All right, welcome back, folks. So we are continuing our Civ 4 game. This is the Louis game on this wacky island map that we end up having. In the last session, we had ended up defogging a good portion of the world, but there's still a fair bit, still some caravels running around. Also, we've been working on getting these island cities established using astronomy and some really long, really long logistics to get out there. So. Uh, we've got this island empire here, and we grabbed Sid's Paradise up there, and are in the process of settling this island here. The city down here in the deep south, I think we can ignore for quite a while. That's a low priority. May not even found that one. I guess it's worth founding because it is for food, but it's a pretty sad city. And then we have to reach out and see what we can do about these other spots. So there's a couple islands down here, this one here, and then there's this island down here. This one probably needs to be the higher priority because it's not that far away from Kubla Khan. So if we're going to go grab this spot, we probably need to emphasize this area in uh, in the near future. Every city's good once you have corps going. I suppose that is true. There's also some territory up here, but I'm content to leave this to the AIs. It's actually in range pre-Galleon for them. We're also in a golden age. We are drafting every turn right now, getting some musketeers, trying to get our sad power rating up a little bit higher. And yeah, that's where we are right now. Still in the lead tech-wise, although Mansamusa's putting up a good competition. Yeah, muskets have the extra movement point. It's true. Enemy has been spotted near Ile de Ré. Oh, that's that bar galley we have to kill. So we got a salon here. Go on to the bank next. We will want the custom tiles eventually, but I think we're good for right now. Ah, Oxford finished. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so let's get the salon next so we can continue getting more beakers. Look at the trade route income here. This is absurd. Look at these trade routes. Holy cow. Do we even have a customs house? We need to get the customs house here too. Oh my goodness. Harbor, population, overseas, sustained peace. That is a lot of trade route income incoming there. Okay. You're going to need the lighthouse. What a gem. So you're going to need the forge. Anyway, yeah, we've got these initial spots. Mantle looks pretty scary, agreed. Oh, we got a great scientist. Okay. So we definitely have the ability. So what do we have? We have an engineer, a merchant, and a scientist. So the merchant we'd like to save for Sid Sushi. The scientist plus engineer probably gets us our next golden age. If we get multiple scientists, maybe we'll pop them for a tech, but we'll see. All right, so this city has double food bonuses, +7 food. Let's windmill the ones by the river, and then we can mine maybe the ones that are non-river. That feels pretty good. All right, so there's a barb galley. Ah, here we go. Well, this ship can probably kill it because we can drop off these units here. Oh, double barb galley. Okay, well, let's fight these one at a time. That way we'll be out of the range of that other one. All right, and then still defogging the map up here. Would Timur be a Mongol leader if he were in a Civ game? I don't know what Civ they would give to him. Probably have to give one that doesn't exist. Alrighty. So let's see. This spot. So this city does not have a lot of food. Oh, this is where we're running the artist because we're trying to flip this tile. Never mind. It actually does have food. We just need to flip this tile back, which we should be able to do. So I believe that what's happening here is Manta's in mercantilism. So he built a theater and he's running an artist specialist. That's why he has a lot of culture in there. But yeah, we have a lot of culture here too, so we should be able to hold this. We'll just run the artist. Plus, we can try to get a salon in here where we get a free artist specialist. It's pretty expensive, but we can run an artist and get a free artist specialist too. Plus, we have cystines, so we get the cheap library. Anyway, long story short, I think we can run the cottage here because we're about to get that tile back. All right, let's move. Let's get one of these. Actually, no, you guys can hang out here. It's musketeers. Okay. Meanwhile, Mare. Let's work this over one of the water tiles. Yeah, that's definitely better. Actually, work both of these over the water tiles. That's quite a bit better. We could whip this, but it can build it in 5 turns. So, like, we might as well just do that. Take advantage of the golden age. Mansa has longbow in your X in northwest place. Where is that? Your X in northwest place. I don't know what that's referring to. Longbow in your X in northwest place. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that. Oh, over here. Oh, over here. Sorry, in the west. Do we have a settler en route to that spot? I mean, if he wants to settle there, it's not the end of the world. It's just I'd prefer to have this. So where's my settler? Got one down there. Okay, so we should try to hurry it up, hurry one up from over here. Maybe one of these cities. What's Omlet in its... All right, Omlet can whip a settler for that spot. We'll just do that next turn. We'll whip the settler from there next turn. And if it gets there, it gets there. If it's too slow, it is what it is. But fair point. The AI might be trying to grab that spot. All right, so we're heading up to the north now because we've got most of the south covered. Why don't you go ahead and heal? And you can hang out over here for right now. Connect this. Okay, so, oh yeah, I was going to grab some defenders with this because we got some extra muskets up there. Let's grab you. Actually, we have some muskets that have full movement up here. How about you two? And you. Not you. You guys come on down here. You can get down here in 2 turns, right? 1. Okay. And then we have some defenders to put on those islands. Yep, doing some overseas colonization. All right, so time for today's whipping, or drafting, excuse me. Musketeer. So I just loaded up some to go to the islands. Like I can take 1 down here to Ile de Ré, which is undefended. Maybe drop 1 off. Actually, all those cities have defenders. Drop 1 off in Ile de Ré, and then the others can be ready to go further afield. Have 2 more ready to go to these 2 islands here. I think the southern islands are the better spots with the fish resources. Okay, anyway, get you moving over to here. So what's up next as far as drafting goes? So we drafted Epsom Downs. Yep. Drafted Wood Point. The city I don't want to draft. Corsica. We drafted here. Actually, there's a musket hanging out here. Yeah, ready to be picked up when we get another one. All right, Silk Road. We drafted there. Elba. We did not draft. Gonna have to send a boat over here. We've got some extra defenders, but that city certainly is eligible for a draft. We've got a pair of muskets just hanging out here. Could whip this, but I think we'll just let the Golden Age ride for now. And Power Peninsula certainly can draft a musket too. And all these can become rifles later on if we need them to. It's not a particularly expensive. Can you build culture and woody? Yeah, we could. So we could take advantage of the culture bug here if we want to. So if you're unfamiliar with this, if building culture would cause the borders to expand, you get the production dumped into whatever's in the build queue as well. Also in Elba, build culture. We could, but it's irrelevant here. Actually, we can't. It's only 10 production, so it wouldn't finish that. Yeah, so this is just an educational thing. This is because the borders will expand. This production, will both go into the culture, and it'll also go into the library as well. Just FYI. And we've done our maximum number of drafts for right now. Okay. It's a bit abusive because the game is not intended to work that way. But oh, hello. Yeah, you're right. There's a settler running around up there, isn't there? A banking creme brulee. All right. Well, let's do the harbor. It's very cheap to build. Oh, we need to finish improving these tiles too. There's tiles to improve here. So what's going on over here? There's a settler over there. Well, we might be able to beat that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. If we emphasize roads, I think we might be able to beat that. Because Mansa is... Well, he could use my roads too, can't he? I don't know if he's going to be able to get that. He might not settle there if it's so completely swallowed up by my culture, though. We'll see. I don't know if the AI pays any attention to that or not. Okay. So this needs to go here. And let's chop this. Tortuga. All right, so you were able to. Let's see. You just did your drop off there. Let's have you come back and grab these muskets in this area here. Might heal you first though, because you did take a point of damage. Meanwhile, you are going to come up here and kill this barbed galley that's lurking around to protect our nets. Now we should have workboats incoming here. Don't we have some workboats headed? Okay, we have one headed in that direction and two headed down here. Yeah, so we do have workboats coming for these spots here. I actually need another workboat too. Wait, it said there was a workboat like right here. Oh, here it is. There we go. All right, so we had names for this one. People liked Tortuga for this name. All right, fair enough. Hopefully these cities will never come under attack by the AI. Yeah, we're clear out the gonna clear out the AI. All right, so we got that roaded. You are just waiting for these musketeers to come down here. There we go. I have 3 musketeers here. That actually might be too many. Well, head on out then. In any case, Cape Corn. Does that need to get whipped? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Even in the Golden Age, that city can't produce anything unless it does it with whips. This city can wait 2 more turns and then finish up. Okay. All right, so you guys are going to continue fog busting. Because we've pretty much got the southern hemisphere cleared out at this point, so now we're just going to get the northern hemisphere. I realize that we're unlikely to find any more islands at this point, but I might as well finish unfogging the map. All right. The other thing is, if we don't get this spot, the settler that I'm whipping here out of Omelette can go to one of the overseas spots. It's a pretty sizable whip. I'll get some overflow into the bank. We're just whipping off hill tiles here, so that's fine. All right. Yeah, we'll road this first, and then those workers can come help out. And you need to come up here towards the north to explore this area. Okay, so Sid's Paradise, we've got several more water tiles here. Several more fish to work on. And this I think we lumber mill this tile, so we have at least one tile that has production on it. Hey there, your little puppy. The auto grow whip, yeah. In terms of the map, I'll turn off the resources for a second. Yeah, we just have this little area down here that's still being defogged. Just a tiny bit. And we got the long voyage out here. We still need more fishing boats, don't we? So in terms of fishing boats out on long voyages, I have one here, and then I have one coming in here. So we still need more, right? We need one for this spot, and we actually need another one for this island too, for the clams. So Probably should get some more workboats out. Roquefort can build some more once its custom houses are done. But like this city here, 5 production, I mean, that could build workboats, right? 6 turns. What about Elba? 8 production, let's get some workboats out of here. That's more important than the salon. Get a couple, we need one, because we need another one for up here. Another one for this up here, although that is a lower priority because it's not gonna grow that much. And then we need one for this spot here. This workboat actually should go to that fish first, and then that one can come afterwards because this city has no food until that's connected. All right, we still need to draft this turn. So Bouillabaisse gets drafted every turn, as we know. And then Power Peninsula is the last one I looked at. So next city in order, just going Creme Brulee, can definitely grab a defender. Maybe we stay in nationhood for a while. Nationhood might actually be better than free speech because we're actually getting a ton of value just from drafting. Like, why build a military when I could just draft it? And then, oh, we already drafted Anglais? Oh, we already drafted this city, so we don't need to hit this one. Poor Omelette whipped and drafted on the same turn. But yeah, maybe we'll just stay in nationhood for a while. Because I was planning on swapping to free speech, but which would be better economically, but I don't know. This is pretty good. We're actually getting a lot of value out of this. And we have so many cities, we can just draft, like by the time we go through a full draft cycle, we'll just be back to the beginning again. Okay, so this is going to be democracy tech. We should check in on Mansa Musa just to see what he's picking up here. All right. So, oh, he already has corporation. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that'll cheapen it a little bit. Obsoletes the Great Lighthouse. So it'll cost us a trade route. So, okay, we are up a fair amount of techs. We're up gunpowder and liberalism and printing press and replaceable parts and astronomy. He's up corporation. Does he have democracy? He also has democracy. So he's up that on us as well, but we're about to finish it. And then work on Statue of Liberty, including accelerating it with the great engineer.
It has been said that democracy is the worst form of government, except all the others that have been tried.
All right. So what do we do? Rifling, just to pick up that for safety's sake. See, the rifling, are we... maybe we wait a little bit longer, just because the musketeers are nice to... Well, but why draft musketeers when we could draft rifles? Rifles, they're just better to draft. I know they lose the movement point, but that's only really relevant if you're attacking people. Yeah, we should probably just pick this up, let's be honest. And then next up, I think we just head for Sid Sushi as the next target. Yeah. So we already have replaceable parts. Yeah, I think we just grab this, because why not? Let's not do a Willem. Yeah. Yeah, why draft muskets when we can draft rifles? They're just better. And then we're going to have to head to our scientific method. We have Great Library, which will get obsoleted. We don't really have any monastery. We have like 2 monasteries. So we're going to do Statue of Liberty, and I think I'm going to use my Great Engineer on that, because I want to make sure that we land this. Okay. All right, so what do we just whip here? We're going to need the Market for Happiness next. This little city here. Woody. So Woody is getting 14 culture per turn. I think it should be able to hold that, but just in case, let's go for the salon. Now, normally I would not go for the salon next, but it already has the forge, so we might as well. We can funnel some of these chops in too. And then that way we get another free artist, so that'll be 20 culture per turn. All right, that settler is still hanging out there, so I think we can probably beat this over here. You're chopping right now. Let's actually cancel that and have you build a road. Oh, it's already roaded. Never mind. So I can get you guys up there anytime I want. I think we can still beat them to that spot. Or I think we have decent odds to beat them there. Because we're going to have workers adding roads. So let's see. Next turn, just grab this. Next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we rode the following turn. Yeah. So I think we beat them there. I don't think that they can get on that spot. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they'll only move to here next turn. And then they can't move on their end settle until I build the road. Yeah, next turn this gets roaded, and then we move onto the tile, and then we road, and yeah. Helps having a bunch of workers in the area. Okay. Let's work this tile. Even though I'm not accumulating cottage stuff, this is just a much better tile to work. Get that extra production. Okay. Meanwhile, up here, what a gem. This city also needs windmills, so we can work on that slowly. All right. 98%, I'm content to take a 98%. Could have promoted, of course. I actually have 5 XP. So yeah, let's have you guys move, and then you can heal. I want to heal 2 turns. Just don't want these to get popped down the road. And you need to come over here and help chop out this granary and connect those horses. Right, I can sandbag the road over there until we can actually use it. I won't finish the road until I can actually settle on the same turn. Anyway, with us able to do 2-turn rifling, that's pretty nutty. We're actually even gaining some science here, but I'm fine to just continue accumulating a little bit of gold. Also, so these guys do, now there are some tiles down here at Creme Brulee that are not improved that I need to get working on. I realize I just wasted a turn of movement there, but. Oh, hello. Is this another island we haven't found yet? It's pretty remote though. There's also no resources there that we've spotted just yet. Okay, so Sid's Paradise now gets a second food resource. Just need to let this keep growing and then we will whip it. Whip it good. As I said, I think we're going to do the lumber mill here so we have a little production. And then these workers can go somewhere else. Alright, so we got extra defenders here. Maybe a few more than I actually need. I kind of feel like I should get some settlers now out of these cities because like I'm gonna drop off 2 defenders here, or drop off a defender here, and then I have 2 musketeers, so maybe I could get 2 settlers and just bring them out here because I do have some extra carrying capacity here. Maybe we can get a settler out of one of these cities. Anglais has gotten hit relatively recently, but Elba is actually good to go on a settler, potentially. Could whip that city for a settler. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Maybe move this galleon back here and grab it, and then start heading west. I don't suppose I could get another settler out of one of these cities. Maybe Regret could get me a settler too. Yeah, this city could get me a settler too. Just start queuing these up. And those 2 settlers are intended for these 2 spots here. Way over there. I realize I said that this should be the earlier target, but my ships are not in position to get to this spot. I might need to build a new galleon or 2 to start going for this spot. Did I ever work with the whale? I believe that I did. I'm pretty sure that I connected the whales. Yep, they're connected. Good call, though. It's hard to see because they're not in a city's borders. Yep. All right, let's road that tile while we have a second. And then start the long, slow process of defogging the north. All right, the Northern Ocean. By the way, these Mausoleum Golden Ages are pretty sweet, aren't they? Okay. All right, now we hit Omelette recently at the draft. So Canal du Midi certainly can lose a unit or lose a pop point. Montreal, okay, sure. Look at Montreal working these forest tiles. I don't even object to that too much because they get 2 production instead of 1. I think we just let this build and then whip at the end of the golden age. Okay, Montreal, just hang out there. And then is that it for, okay, then we've used up our draft quota for this turn. But at least we are starting to get our power rating up into a more respectable place. We're still in last, but we're starting to get there. Demos look pretty nice. I'm a little concerned we're not #1 in production, even though we're in a golden age. But you can see our power is definitely increasing. Do I still need the fort northwest of Omelette? Fort northwest of Omelette. There's no fort next to that. Lumber mill, I mean, sure, we can maybe lumber mill this someday, but I don't have any workers over here. There's no fort northwest of Omelette. Are there any civics webs? So the one we had talked about doing was going into free speech at the end of this. Oh, Silk Road. Yeah, I definitely need this fort. How else do I get through this, through the middle of the continent here? I mean, I guess I could pass over here, but I like having that spot. It's not like Silk Road is lacking for tiles. Silk Road has plenty of improved tiles. It's not even working this cottage, so that's totally fine. Yeah, no, this is fine. I like having this here. I want ships to be able to pass through here. I think that's valuable to have. All right, we finished the customs house. Look at that sweet trade route income. Yeah, not bad. All right, so let's do the jail. That's really cheap. Also, is considering getting more workboats out and just building them to send west. We have a ton of overflow, though. I don't want to waste the overflow. Let's use the overflow for the jail here. Yeah, you were just hang out there. Okay, musketeers. So you can pop out yield array here. Okay, you can heal for a turn there. Ready to chop that. Do you think you should fight Mansa? No, we're out teching him. We're doing just fine. And a fight with Mansa would take a tremendous amount of real world time. Now, in game, we'll see. But in terms of real world time, it would take forever to fight him. So I'm not super looking forward to that. All right, I don't know where Mansa's sending this settler, but wherever he's trying to get over here, it's not very fast. So we can go here. Okay, so then we road. Okay. Oh, there is a clam here. Let's just avoid getting attacked. I don't think we ever colonize this spot. It's too remote. It's very far away, and we have other spots we want that are closer. Anyway, let's go back here. I want to finish up with this. So you guys, it just chops here. Now you guys move here and here. And hey, Mansa, guess what? Two can play that game of having a defender stand on that tile. We'll get it next turn. So there's no road on this tile, so it's actually impossible for him to colonize this. It's just not possible. And then we'll need to get a workboat for there. So why don't you build the workboat? Well, we can finish the salon and then do the workboat. So I'll just queue that up. Clam Jam Island. And I like the idea of just trying to outbuild Mansa. Like just beat him in a building competition, not a fighting competition. I mean, if we have to down the road. But I think we can avoid that. I think we're in pretty good shape, all things considered. All right, so we got that. Now we're gonna chop this. So Mare got a chop as well. Okay, and we said we're gonna keep windmilling these tiles. All right, so that'll finish the salon, and then we can get the workboat with the overflow. And then that'll pop out. We can actually build culture to pop the borders faster to grab that. Similarly over here, yeah, I still need 2 more turns to get there. And then we can build culture next turn or something. All right, so rifling tech's about to finish. Mansa, let's see. He still doesn't have printing press yet. I wonder if he's going for anything beyond corporation. Is there anything that unlocks past that? I think we have to go for scientific method next. How many monasteries do we have? Just out of curiosity, I think we have like 2 or 3. Excuse me. Just in case we want to build more missionaries. We have 2 monasteries. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have one in Louisville. So we can build missionaries here. And then I think I have one in Roquefort. No. In that case, let's do this and just knock this out. Just so I have one other place. If I ever do want to build missionaries, I have another city. Is this city the holy city? That okay, the holy city also has it. All right, so it's the end of the turn, so we got to do our drafting. So draft there. We recently drafted Canal de Midi. So we did Montreal. We did Mare. Did we hit? No, we didn't draft this one. Okay. Starting to get some more units here. Poverty Post cannot draft because it's only size 3. Quebec can though. But I think Quebec's fine. Oh, here we have to whip. If we whip the settler, we are still size 6. I was like, do we drop below size 6? No. Same thing for Elba. All right, so we are cashing in a little bit of population here to get these settlers. All right, so we've got a settler here and then a settler here. So then we just need to pick up. You know what we can do? Let's get the extra movement on you. We'll start moving you. You can come grab the settler. You can grab this musketeer as well. And then you can swing around and grab that settler. And then you can head west all the way out to those islands. And then we're going to need workboats for them as well. I think I'd rather go for space than culture, because it's just culture with Sid Sushi is just kind of cheesy. But we'll see. All right, scientific methods next. And then we'll go for biology. We could also get the physics grade scientist if we want to, but I think we might just go straight here for Sid Sushi so we can start getting it in play. We also will have to get all right, so now I'm going to need some workboats. Oh man, there's so much overflow here. I don't want to waste the overflow. Yeah, look at this. We're actually working these tiles here. Okay, so you could also do some workboats too. How about you crank out a workboat or two? So we finally have the granary here. So now we'll go over to working the water tiles. We'll put you on a very, very, very slow forge. Okay. Now, can this ship get in range this turn, or is it just a tile? Okay, there we go. Love having the extra movement on these things. They're really nasty in multiplayer if you can promote to get the extra movement. You can really catch people off guard. You promote and you have a navigation to galleon, and then all of a sudden there's 6 movement, and the players like aren't expecting that. It can be pretty nasty. Oh wow, we got a city capture somewhere over here. They traded cities. Okay, and then sign peace. Okay. See if we can get his world map. Could you spare this for a good friend? Okay. So what's the end result here? So this city, Ardea, was recaptured by Rome, but then Ravenna was retaken by Kublai. Yeah, Caesar not doing well here. Kublai has apparently been able to invade and take some of these cities. They're welcome to just squabble there, though. Can you do a double win condition? I mean, you could chase after 2 of them if you wanted. It's just culture is pretty specific. Like, you're either generally going for culture or you're not. Okay, so we can use the culture bug here. It's not even really the bug so much as I would want to be building culture on this turn anyway, so we can get the that resource connected. All right, yep, there's the settler, but guess what? You are too slow, buddy. You are a little bit too slow. So what's our name for this spot, you guys? And then we got the workboat all ready to come on out. You're too slow. That's pretty good. Not for you. Good suggestions, but that's pretty funny. This is the last, probably the last city we're going to get on the Mansa border. Okay. Okay, I put granary, but I actually want the borders. Do we actually want to build culture here to get the borders to pop faster? So it can pop in 2 turns. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. All right. Well, it'll take a slightly longer to get there, but that's fine. I'll just put it on build culture so I don't forget. All right. And we are holding control of this tile. That's good. Of course, we have a little bit of cultural overlap here with Matza, who apparently, by the way, still has not captured this Barb city in his territory. Just want to get his updated world map. And he got a lot of cities, doesn't he? How many? Let's get his current city count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Kano is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. He is 22. We're still only cautious with us. I'm surprised it's not a little bit better. I suppose it's still would love to get this in trade, but I'm just not willing to send him a happiness resource for extra happiness. So, yeah. All right, so yeah, Ile de Ré, oof, this city, actually the city needs, actually the lighthouse is a higher priority than the granary here. Although since the granary is halfway done, I guess we'll finish it. We need this to, it'd actually be worthwhile to one-pop whip this. Okay, we got another galleon. Let's start sending this one back to the east. Over here, we can chop out the granary, so we'll work on doing that. Certainly no shortage of defenders over here. All right, you have 2 defenders, so I think I'm going to send you on this voyage in this direction. It's a long way, but you can drop off these defenders. Fortunately, we don't need any workers at those cities because they're entirely island in nature. And then I've got the settlers queued up and on the way. All right. Still working on defogging this. Tortuga, yes, I want this to go in Tortuga. Over here, chop. This chop will finish the granary, and then we can whip the lighthouse. All right, so Mansa has finished. So he finished replaceable parts, or finished printing press. So now he can. Oh, he didn't have democracy. I thought he did. So we're up democracy, we're up astronomy, we're up gunpowder, we're up replaceable parts. He is up corporation at the moment. Well, so the thing about Mining Inc. is it's not really that great on this map. Where's the corporation screen again? It's like Sid Sushi is absolutely absurd. We're currently at 16 food per turn, which is gonzo. Uh, but Mining Inc. is not amazing. It's only 5 production, and that's just because we don't have very many of these resources. So I'm not sure that that's that amazing. Creative construction is actually significantly better. It's the same amount of production, but it's all this culture too. So Mining Inc. is not that great. I don't know if we'll even end up founding it. Maybe, maybe not. This Barb City has still not been captured yet. That's pretty wild. All right, it's the end of the turn, so we have to do some drafts. And now they are rifles. So it's going to take them longer to get there, but as I said, that's all right. Much better units. We just drafted Regret. Cape Corn is like a perfect city to draft because it has insane food, 9 food per turn surplus, and it doesn't build can't build anything on its own. Just let the city grow. Nana Republic, also a good candidate. Just going to keep letting our power tick up in case we would actually get attacked. We're actually going to stop being last in power here soon. That's pretty nice. What a gem. So yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Now, if we were to, I don't know that we need to use the Great Engineer on this though, because currently no one else can even research the tech. So we could get 780 if we needed to for Statue of Liberty. We're getting quite a bit of production here. Helps that we're in the Golden Age, obviously. Did Sydney bark again? All right, this city I think is going to be our. I think Sword Coast is going to be our Wall Street city, just because it has so much commerce. So we probably should try to do the bank here. We would need the bank if we're going to build Wall Street anyway. Just Oxford and Wall Street in the same spot. That seems like it makes some sense. Also some unhealthiness too, but anyway. Yeah, so we'll do the bank. I think that's the most useful out of these. Customs house would be good to build too, but workboat. Let's do another workboat. I need workboats for those island cities in the far west, so let's do them. All right. Just did the salon. Whatever we do next is just going to get whipped, so it's probably the university down the road. All right, we finished that. We already do have the salon here, don't we? Yeah. Well, the harbor is very cheap, so why don't I do that first? Yeah. All right, so we got the settler here. Come on here for the pickup. Oh, wait, that was the wrong galleon. Ah, well, that's okay. I was thinking of a different. I thought I had this galleon. Yeah, I thought I had this one. Oh, well. No, there's another settler here. No, this settler. Come on, game. There we go. All right. Let's, we could chop this, but we could also just lumber mill it. Not that we're getting any benefit. It's the same yield either way, so we might as well chop it and get the chop benefit. We're not getting any health in that city at the moment. All right, so we got this to expand. There we go. And we need to get rid of the horses now. Ah. Stupid unit cycling. No, we have almost no chance to get our profit. I suppose it's possible. Um, yeah, the odds of getting it are pretty much done at this point. We never had much in the way of religious buildings. Yes, let's get over there to that. Is that forested? Yeah, that's a forested tile. Interesting. Okay. So workboats out over here. Before we go to the far off spot, we still need a workboat on this spot here too. So we'll send that there. This workboat, let's finish up with this while I'm thinking about it. But then I'm going to need more workboats too, aren't I? Yeah, creme brulee, you can just build some for a little while. We're going to need 4 of them for over here. And Elba, instead of building the salon, why don't you build a couple workboats too? Got these very long-running logistics out here. Okay. Get you up here. Far northern seas. Yeah, the economy's roaring along, to be sure. But we are in a golden age. It'll fall off a bit once we're out of the golden age. Okay. And Hong 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 is about to get its borders popped. So these workers, I think we do windmill these tiles. I think the windmills, particularly the ones that are riverside, have pretty good yields. That we can, the grassland tiles we can probably cottage. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Matzo. This was our spot. Haw, haw, haw. All right. Drafting time. So where did we recently draft? Or we did this city. I can draft this spot, but I don't know I'd ever be able to get out of there. All right, Woody doesn't have enough pop yet. What a Gem and Woody don't have enough pop, but they're close. Okay, so we're all the way back to the start of the order again. Base. Yeah, we just about used up our full draft cycle. Look at that. Almost all the way back again. It's definitely been a scramble for these islands, that's for sure. Entered the industrial era.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to
So
forego their use.
here's the question. Do we want to claim the free great scientist here, or do we just continue onwards? Physics doesn't really do much for us, but there is a free great scientist here. We could take it just to deny it to the AI. Yeah, scramble for Polynesia. Or we could just push straight. Oh wait, we can't do biology yet because we would need chemistry, wouldn't we? Okay, well I guess we'll head there then. That'll let us build frigates. We don't have any workshops. I guess we might as well. We're going to need this to launch this. It's a required spaceship tech, so it's not like if this is optional. I suppose we might as well deny it to Mansa, otherwise he'll just build it himself. All right. So over here, I guess we could do the Security Bureau, potentially. Almost out of stuff to build in this queue over here. Well, the other thing we can do is, instead of doing, well, this does give us a lot of espionage points. So the other thing I could do is I could start getting, I'll just click on this for right now, but I need more time to think there. As I said, it's probably not the most valuable building that we can do. Also, why are you working this tile? Your goal is to just grow. This city's going to get drafted this turn. All right, and then you're going to need the lighthouse next. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I thought we had the granary queued up. There we go. There we go. It's not quite there yet. Okay. What was that? Discovered a source of oil near poverty points. No, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to see. Oh, wow. Okay. At least we have a lot of other oils. Apparently, we have quite a few oils. Water-based oil. How about our land-based oil? Okay, we've also got one right in the middle of our territory here. We have quite a few. Plus 2 spy. Yeah, best benefit, 2 spy slots. All right. So yeah, we'll queue that up. Start the long voyage. Now, the other thing we can do is we could start getting ready to settle this spot over here. Kublai hasn't settled there, has he? We just got his world map, didn't we? Yeah, he has not looked to settle these islands, even though he could if he wanted to. Like he could just use the borders of Ulaanbaatar to get down there, but he hasn't so far. Why don't we bring this galleon east, and we'll see if we can start setting up to head in that direction. So we'd want to get, well, this city's size 17, geez. We'd want to start to see if we could get like settlers to head over there. And we need extra workers for there too. Probably room for one city here because it has to work the fish. One city here, one here, maybe 3 cities. Probably just 3. I guess there's technically a fish here, but I don't think any city could ever work that tile. So probably just 3. It's not the most amazing land, let's be clear. We already have 2 settlers going to these 2 islands. And then long term we need 1 there, and then there's 1 for that spot too. So that's a couple more. But I think we're in good shape to get most or all of these islands. Okay, we can use this to chop out the granary. Got a lot of units over there, don't we? And yeah, research is still popping along pretty good here. Okay, so the question was, would we want to rush this? I don't think we need to. Does Mantec even have democracy tech? He doesn't even have democracy. No one else is even close. A lot of people have theology, but he's the only one who has a tech that we're missing. And we're up astronomy, democracy, gunpowder, replaceable parts, rifling, and scientific method. So I don't think that we need to rush that. I haven't seen a great science. Even if he has a great engineer, I think we'd still stand decent odds of beating him to the wonder at this point because we get so many bonuses for production. Although again, we are going to lose Golden Age shortly. We have 2 workers here at Sid's Paradise that could maybe use a pickup. They're going to be stranded there. Well, this is just going west. We got 2. All right. Well, I don't have. Maybe I can build another galleon for them and bring them east over to. This galleon would have been good to pick them up, but is already off on its own adventure. Please get mining ink, even if it's not super strong. Well, it does cost money to spread it. We'll see. Maybe. I mean, if we're spreading one corporation, we could probably spread another one as well. And they do scale based on how many resources you have for them, in terms of cost, I mean. So our goal today is probably to try to get up to Sid Sushi and start exploiting that. All right, yeah, we can just mine this. You have enough food. You're getting to the end of your rope there. All right, workboats. So where is this one going? I had a plan for this one. All right, 4 workboats. That one's going there. This one's going here. This one, I already have one that's queued up. So this is going to go straight west then. Yeah, this one's going to the new spots. 14 turns. Well, I'm glad we're moving you now. It's a long trip. Of course, we're not even going to be able to settle there for a little bit, but this is moving at 5 tiles per turn. Those workboats only move at 3 per turn, so they're not the fastest. Yeah, 6 turns just to get there. All right, a lot of long-term, long-distance logistics over here. All right, Bouillabaisse still getting drafted. And we were going to draft a couple of these cities just hit size 6, right? What a Gem just hit size 6. How are we doing in terms of power, by the way? Still in last place, but getting close. Getting close. Yeah, look at that. We've risen from being way behind to being at least marginally competitive. I thought there was another city over here that just hit size 6. I guess Woody's about to hit size 6. Banana Republic I already drafted, didn't I? Yeah. Already drafted there. Now Roquefort has cooled down, so I could hit this city too. I think that's the 3 I'm permitted. Actually, wait a minute. I was going to say that could go to that spot in the east, but I think I already have a musket ready and a longbow over here too. This poor musket. I've got cities like this. When the Golden Age is over, I'm going to whip a bunch of cities. Yeah, just trying to get everything established here. Bouillabaisse has gotten all the way down to size 6. We've been whipping there pretty good. Yeah, that's what you get for trying to spy. All right. Yeah, we're about to whip you next turn, I think, for the university. We'll whip that next turn. Sadly, the Golden Age is going to come to a stop shortly. Nano Republic we already drafted here. We need the market for happiness next. Okay, where are we here? Yeah, Julius Caesar and Kublai Khan have been fighting quite a bit. We also still have the world's largest desert over here. Look at this road that who's this that Hannibal built. The road that could. The Trans-Siberian Railroad, but in the outback instead. All right. So you're heading east. Try to pick up a settler. And I think Epsom Downs can get you a settler. We can whip that next turn once we're out of the Golden Age. These two caravels are like working together to finish the whole Southern Ocean, which is almost done at this point. All right, so this is another workboat going to the new islands. That's 2 now. I'm trying to clear these workboats off. This one's going here, and then I have 3 that are headed in that direction. I also have one going to this clam style, don't I? So I think I need 2 more. Yeah, I believe I need 2 more for that area off there in the west, in like the far west. One. Yeah, I need 2 more, and I have 2 in production. So hopefully that'll work out. Is this for canal? Yeah, and this will be a windmill, I think. Some very rugged terrain over here that we've been chopping our way through. All right, Woody, you still need to hold the artist specialist, unfortunately, until that salon's done. Now you can just hang out there in that city. You guys can chill there until we manage to get a boat over there to pick you up. All right, so I popped Woody there. Got that. Now the question here is, do we stay in nationhood or do we swap to something else? I don't suppose he's not plotting war. We could also go free speech here. And I think I had cycled through to like Chamonix. You can whip off that spy specialist or draft off that spy specialist. That works for me. I think it might be better just to stay in nationhood. I think that I get more value out of this than being in free speech. I don't really have that many towns. So I don't think I'm going to change civics here. I think I'm going to stay in this for the time being. Because it is useful to keep having that power rating tick up. And look at that, we're now in 5th place. Just in case I would ever get into a scrape here. Yeah, we've pulled ahead now of Caesar and who else is the other? Hammurabi. Yeah, drafting is really useful, especially at that Globe Theater city. Just like keep cranking these out. Mansa still does not have replaceable parts or astronomy. Anyway, we're making 1,600 bakers per turn at about break even. Let's see how bad it is when the golden age ends. Yeah, that's what I thought. We cannot maintain this research rate. All right, care to negotiate? All right. Get those custom houses up. You're going to need the university sooner or later. So I got a great scientist. I'm about to get another great scientist. Golden Age did come to an end. So now our break even is 1,100 instead of 1,600. That's a lot less, unfortunately. But it looks like we can get this in 2 turns. So we will finish this in 2 turns. The scientist is definitely still there. So we've got an extra great scientist here. So we're about to get another one. Light bulbs probably makes. I mean, we're about to get another great scientist. Maybe we just burn this for the 2,300 beakers. I don't think that there's that much value to holding. We're already going to have the great people we need for another golden age. Well, let's see. We would want I guess these are held for corporations, so maybe we do need to hold this for a potential golden age. So I guess we do need to hold this because we might need the other great people we probably need for corporations is the current plan. So I guess we can hold on to that for right now. All right, still got these caravels doing their thing, exploring the Northern Ocean. Apparently there's some fog I missed down here that we should go get. All right. So let's see. You can pop on board here. Get you. And I don't know what else we'll get. Farce has created 30 production for whole. That's just funny to see. Oh wait, we have two great scientists. That's right. We have double great scientists. That's why I was going to do this. Okay, then we might as well burn this because we're not going to do an academy at this point in time. It doesn't. It's too late. We never really had a good academy city candidate, and a super scientist would be even worse. So we don't need to have multiple ones of these. We'll just burn this. We can actually get this with 0% science, which is pretty funny. All right, so this is also headed over here. And didn't I finish a workboat in Elba too? And that should be all of the workboats for these two island cities. There we go. Just have to work their way over there, however long that takes, which is probably going to be a while. All right. So we're getting set up to grab this spot over here. As I said, we're going to need a worker. But I need to go through the cities now and see um, who needs whipping. All right, so Bouillabaisse got its whips 10 turns on the Great Statue of Liberty. That's fine. That's probably fine. 10 more turns. We'll get there. Okay. So Bouillabaisse continues to get drafted every turn. Roquefort I just drafted. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to need workboats for down here, aren't I? Yes. Oh no, someone just settled there. Hannibal did. Ah, wow. And in what an obnoxious spot, too. Okay. Well, we can still... Yeah, that's very annoying. No, we're not going to declare war. We want our trade route income. I mean, I'm sure we could capture the spot, but we don't want to wreck our trade routes with Hannibal. That's annoying. Well, here's what we can do. We can settle on this spot right here, and then we can try to flip his city. Might not like it, but we can definitely try to do that. Especially if we send an early Sid Sushi down there, missionary down there. Can probably flip this city, or at least make it pretty miserable to hold. So, right there. One, two. Oh, unfortunately, we can't settle another spot over there, but. And then here, and this spot here, if it's still available. That would also put an awful lot of cultural pressure on him. Yeah, go flip it with sushi. Well, we'll give it a shot anyway and see what happens. We'll give it a shot. That'll be entertaining. So I think those are the two spots we want. So we will need a workboat for that city down there. Let's just get the workboat queued up now. Okay, anyway, so we were looking at these cities, our early cities, right? Bouillabaisse. Roquefort, just drafted these. Epsom Downs is perfectly fine to crank out another rifle. And let's put this rifle in here too, along with the settler. Carthago, Delenda S. No, we're not declaring war on them. We're trying to, remember, we're trying to play the trade route game here. But I'm sure we could capture that spot. All right, so this city definitely needs its university whipped. As I said, a lot of this is going to be whipping. All right, Sword Coast does not get whipped. It's too good of a city. The bank done. Corsica. Yes, that is a whip. Silk Road. Yes. Now that the Golden Age is done, it's the age of the whip. Comes back again. Finish all this stuff. All right, no, not you. Anglais, yes. It's a harsh time here. Canal. Oh, that's a okay. Well, let's let that chop finish, and then we can hit Canal after on the next turn. Montreal, yes. Ow, that was a 6-pop whip. Ouch. But it was never going to finish it otherwise. Poor poverty post. Someday that city will be worthwhile. Swap an additional tile into Sword Coast. I guess we could do that. This city we whipped relatively recently. Banana Republic, not large enough. I don't really want to do a 1-pop whip here, but let's do the market and then we'll get the. We'll do the market and then we'll get the whatchamacallit next. Okay, there's the salon. Unfortunately, we do still have to work the artist here just to make sure we don't lose this. That's only a 1-pop whip, but it's probably still okay. It'll grow back. Yield Array. Sid's Paradise. There we go. Got the granary. The first step is complete. I actually don't mind whipping because we only have 1 good tile there at the moment. Same thing here. We only have 1 good tile at the moment, so we'll overflow into that. I should have queued that up elsewhere. Big turn for whipping. I should have had more of these cities queue up what they wanted next. Okay. Big turn for whipping. And we actually whipped enough that we now have to do 1 tick on the slider because I whipped off a lot of tiles. I actually lowered my score on the scoreboard by a lot for what that matters. Okay, so we just got another great scientist because we were the first to research physics. All right, now we need to go back for chemistry so that we can go on to biology. We don't have a ton of farms, but that'll be nice. National Park. Maybe National Park can be built somewhere. I have no idea where that might be, though. All right, Customs House next. Communism for the Kremlin. Well, that was not much of a poll. It was like what 2 to 1. Not many people voting on that one. I appreciate the interest though. But yeah. Okay, we can't do this in 1 turn, so let's just do it in 2. I mean, the free specialists are really nice. With representation, we get 4 culture from every one of them. So now we're going to lean on the custom houses to get lots of international trade. Although I think I went the bank first. Yeah, I'll do the bank if it's unfinished. Actually, this city is going to need the health. Maybe, well. Wait, did I do jail there? I think that was a mistake. Also, no. Please don't work that. Alright, there's the market. Yeah, look how many things we finished with all of our whips. Alright, so we're at 20 culture per turn. If we can get this out to the 500 culture, I think we'll be safe to hold that tile. And I can probably drop the artist specialist at that point. Okay, now we need to belatedly go back and get the courthouse. Library. We have the forge here, right? Okay. Seem good on health and happiness, so let's do the salons. You need the forge. And you need a lighthouse. Now you're going to need a lighthouse too. You're also going to need a lighthouse. Yeah, so a lot of infrastructure finished that turn. All right, so yeah, we got another great scientist. I mean, oh, and uranium. Where's our uranium sources? Near Woody, RIP. Wait, is that our only source of uranium? All the way over? Wow, it's a good thing we went all the way over here. No uranium. Oh, there's one down here in the extreme tundra if we would ever need that. Oh, it's on this tile that I'm improving right now. Fancy that. So yeah, again, we have double scientists. I don't know that we need to hold double scientists. Why not just burn these right now? Send the scientist to Sword Coast. Well, I don't feel like building an academy is really going to do that much here. We don't really have that much commerce. Like 72 is not actually that much. I built the like I'm building Oxford and excuse me, I'm building Oxford and whatchamacallit here because I can. And you guys are right that I should transfer this tile over. but it's just not that much commerce. I don't feel like it really matters that much. I guess we could say for Golden Age, but like, what, this is the two-person Golden Age, this is the three-person Golden Age. You can't, you can only use, so I mean, I guess we can save this, but if we get any more scientists, it's just light bulbing with them. Because we already have double scientists. All right, well, let's see. So we're over here on the islands. Let's clear, we want to clear this out. I guess technically I should unload both of these in the event that this would sink, but I find that to be very unlikely that that would happen. Could though. Oh, hello, another barb island. More islands up here in the north. Looks like we found the Arctic after the Antarctic. Why are we getting so many scientists? Well, we popped one out of the capital that had the Great Lighthouse, or not Great Light, Great Library. So that was not uncommon because it had been working double scientist specialist with the Great Library. So that was not unexpected. One was relatively low odds out of Chamonix. This city had mostly odds for engineer, but it popped out as scientist. And then the other one was the free one that we got from researching physics first. Alrighty, so we've got defenders here. Let's go grab that spot now. Come on, here we go. Okay, we'll go grab that spot. Just about done down there. It's like, so the Antarctic is almost completely explored. Arctic still needs a little bit more, but I do like that our mini-map is almost entirely cleared out of black fog at this point. Maybe Rome would not willing to trade the. He's actually pleased with us, but he still won't trade the world map. Even at pleased, that's interesting. Okay, huh? I don't suppose Mansa's plotting war, is he? No. I just try to check in periodically. Similarly, what did he pick up? He picked up democracy. Okay, so we have to watch in case we see any great engineer pop-ups for him. Now we already have half of Statue of Liberty done, and we're industrious with copper. I'm assuming he has copper in his territory, so he would be able to build it. Yeah, so he'd be able to build it faster, but I don't think that he has it ready. All right, so it's the end of the turn, so you know what that means. So you got to do a little drafting once again. This city I just drafted. Okay. This city I just drafted as well. Sword Coast does not get hit. So Corsica we could draft if we wanted to. Actually, let's do that. And then in Corsica, I'm just going to delete this chariot. And we'll just rely on the. So now we have like an actual defender instead of a stupid chariot. And Silk Road. Okay, I think that's all our drafts for this turn. This is definitely one of the questionable balance things in this game. Is the converting one pop into a rifle is a little too crazy. Maybe a little too good in terms of the conversion rate. So we're up to 5th in soldier count. Still climbing here, just off the basis of our drafts. Just trying to get in reasonable striking range of these guys, so that if Mansa sends a big stack, I have some of these units. I would need to crank out siege if he actually if he actually plotted war, I'd need to rush steel and get some cannons just so I could slam them into his stacks. But I think I'm at the point where, oh, and I wanted to whip this a couple turns ago, yeah. I think I'm at the point where I'm not too concerned about him just because I'm so large. I think it would be hard for Mansa to run over me. And now that I've had a chance to draft units, I have some units. He could maybe capture a city or two, but I don't think he'd be able to. I think I'd be able to marshal a decent response if he really came after me. Killing barb galleys. Okay, so next up, we actually are going to need the grocer for health. Okay. Here, chop. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to imagine that. Like, I don't want to suggest that I'm invincible against this guy. He definitely could take some of my territory, but all right, at least Careful didn't even take a hit. Didn't even take any damage in clearing that out. So there are some resources up here. It's kind of nice terrain. Maybe someday, maybe if the AI ignores this area, we can make a play on it. It's far, but it's not impossibly far away from where we're located. Just up here at the northern edge. But I guess Mansa could also make a play on that too. It's closer to his territory than mine, certainly. We do have a little border tension over there, don't we? Iceland spotted. I mean, there's some islands in the northern hemisphere too, right? Some decent ones. This area is just like very, very far away from me on the map, so it'd be hard to get up here, but not impossible. Still, let's finish settling the south first. Got two more islands to grab down here, plus whatever we're doing over in this territory. Um, and then we'll see what we can do as far as grabbing more. All right, this galleon didn't take any damage either. I guess we need to load up one musket for a drop off. Just hanging out there, marking time. All right, now these cities are starting to get some of their infrastructure done. Flying Fish Cove, it's got the granary, so it's pretty much good to go. We have to mine the iron tile, is about it. And I have workers over there that can do that. That Barb City, take it and gift it. I'm good. I'm honestly at this point, I just want to see how long the Barb City can last. I'm honestly kind of curious to see how long it can last there. Yeah, I want to just see how long this can last. I'm shocked that he's just literally built an entire civ around this Barb City, which is very hilarious. So no, let's see how long it can last. Um, just because I'm curious now. All right, so it's the end of the turn. Bulia base. We get drafted again. How many units have we gotten out of Bulia base? That Globe Theater has done some pretty amazing work for us. So we still have 40 whip on happiness. We have 146 draft on happiness here. But unfortunately, we have drafted all the way down to size 5, so I think this is as low as we want to go. We probably don't want to draft below size 6 because we'd like to work this tile. It's a good tile. All right, we recently did Silk Road. Let's do the same thing here at Elbow. We'll just delete the archer and have an actual defender here in case the city would ever come under attention from the AI. Just in case. All right, Power Peninsula is certainly a free source of units. Power Peninsula, here we go. Can swap a tile to that something. I actually did that. See, this city is actually working all of its available tiles. That was suggested a little while back, and I did actually manage to catch that one, but it was a good suggestion, so I'm glad chat made it. All right, 8 turns to Statue of Liberty, the very, very expensive wonder for this stage of the game.
Chemistry.
City south of the drafting city. Oh, I guess. Oh, you're right. I could have swapped around tiles there. True, but it was just going to grow back the next turn. So, all right, we picked up chemistry, so now we can do biology. Also, kind of an expensive tech for this point in the game. Is there a spot that wants national park? +1 free specialist. We're headed there. I mean, we've been kind of beelining. The only detour we made is we picked up rifling, and we picked up physics for the great scientist. Communism, I think we're just going to ignore the whole game because we're not going to run state property, and if we're not going to run state property, we don't really care that much. Kremlin, obviously, Kremlin would be nice, but well, we might actually go there for Kremlin. I'm not going to lie. We're getting a lot of value out of whipping still, so we might actually go there for Kremlin. One of those islands must have a bunch of forests, maybe. But let's get to Sid Sushi first. I'm holding off on corporation because it'll obsolete the trade route, the Great Lighthouse. So it says +1, it'll just be -1 trade route per city for us, but we're gonna have to go there after medicine. We can go there from we can go to medicine next, which is, by the way, another expensive tech for this stage of the game. But we then will have to research corporation, which is like 1/3 the cost. All right, let's see if we can do this in 3 turns. There we go. So now our beaker count is back to what it was in the Golden Age, with at a rather sizable deficit. We can get back to the Golden Age. Oh, look at this. We actually lost this tile. That's fine. Normandy doesn't really particularly need to work that tile. It's not critical or anything. What does the city have in terms of infrastructure? Barracks, granary, monastery. Okay, that's how we got the culture. He's worked from the monastery. Okay. We don't have control of this tile either. I would feel better if these cities controlled their second rings instead of not having them. So we might want to emphasize culture a bit in them, try to win those tiles back. We'll see though. All right, you need to come down here and get this little blurb that we left off the minimap. Oh, barb galley trapped in the ice. Here comes another one. I'll try to clear this one out. Okay. Ho, ho, ho. At least the granary is filling up the food box now while we go for the lighthouse. Let's see. You guys are going to connect the uranium. You can hang out there. All right, finally we have all of the resources connected at Sid's Paradise. That's just strictly better. We still have 2 workers hanging out there. Someday we'll see if we can get them a pickup. Mansa, well, I don't think he's running the slider. We wouldn't know because his tech would stop advancing. Although I guess it's possible that he is doing that. I don't think he's running the slider, though. One thing that does make that not quite as dangerous is if his tech stops advancing, then it'll be very easy to run through his territory with more advanced units. Or maybe not very easy, but at least possible. Okay. So you need to turn around and start heading back this way. That's a long voyage home, but here, we'll do this. And then I can figure out where to send you when we get closer. Yeah, this city makes decent culture. Is he in free speech, just out of curiosity? Is he running that for extra culture? He is running free speech. That's also helping his culture. He gets the doubled culture. And he went free market. Look at our trade route with him. 111 commerce from that. So we should start picking up more civics benefit, but that explains why he's getting more culture from that. Because we're still in the running nationhood. Now we will go free speech in the next golden age. We'll want to swap into that, and we probably will go emancipation long term too. But we're not going to do that right now. Would any of his culture cities be vulnerable to boating? Yes, Timbuktu in particular is right on the coast, so we could always sail up there if we needed to. His other ones are a little harder to reach. Kumbi Salah and Walata, they're over here. It's too bad that it's not like this city right here. So if we ever have to, we probably can stop him if we really have to. As I said, I'm not going to draft here. I don't want to draft off that tile again. It's too good of a tile. All right, so I was over here around like Silk Road before. Although we saw that Power Peninsula, that's right. So Creme Brulee, this city, it can just draft off that spy specialist. Right? Actually, let's work this over that. That's probably better. They're mining that tile, but don't have it quite done yet. Once you get nukes, you can take him out. Yeah. I don't think he's going for culture at the moment. I could be wrong, but I don't think he is. Let's just dial up the espionage spending a little higher on him, because he's the only one we actually care about. We're not close to being able to see his research at the moment. Can see everybody else's, but we don't really care about anyone else's. The other AIs are kind of irrelevant in this game, just not significant. All right, Anglais, same thing. Just get rid of the chariot and replace with an actual unit. Drafted off the spy specialist. Okay. And omelette du fromage. So we got a decent sized army here in case we ever would need to use it. We're about to hit the 1 million power mark. Some of these cities up here might need a whip. Wait, what? What was that? Yeah, free speech but said sushi. I mean, we will be going into that soonish. All right, Sword Coast. So this is where I'm going to build Wall Street, but we can't start it just yet. So we'll do the custom house for now instead. What were the odds on that battle? Oh, okay, it just won a 4%. Okay. So we lost a 96%. I mean, the good news is it not particularly important moment in the game, but I'm just kind of like, well, I guess that's a thing that happened. Which city's working this tile, by the way? This one. Okay. Well, I guess we might as well chop it and mine it then. This city's definitely has enough food to work. We could also lumber mill it, but I don't know that that does anything for us. Excuse me. All right. So we're gonna need a name for this city. Oh, we had names for both of these, didn't we? It was like a pair of, I can't remember what the exact names were, but we had a pair of names ready. And then this musket I'm gonna drop off on the northern island. Just to clear that out. East Tahiti and West Tahiti. I think it was a different name. Chop out the bank. I guess we could use, I guess there are some forests here. What was it? We had some names in the chat earlier, but it was a while back when we were talking about this. I think it was Link Mario Samus, actually. Well, if he's not here, salute a workboat. I actually like Saint Pierre and Miquelon here. I actually like that. The two little Canadian islands. That was it. It was Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna. But I actually like Saint Pierre and Miquelon a little bit more here. Miquelon. All right. So you know the drill. Get the infrastructure up. Here comes the workboats in. Anyway. Don't worry. Oh, hello. Interesting. Look at all those units on go-to orders. That's pretty funny. A little conga line of draftees heading to the northeast or northwest, excuse me. All right, let's check some of these islands. As I said, I think some of these need a whip. Not you though. How about you, Banana Republic? You don't have enough population. You don't have enough population either. Okay, well you guys are getting there, but you're not quite there yet. All right, Leah base. Just this is basically my heroic epic city. Is Bulia base here, and we are also getting close on this drop off here. I need to get some. I need to get some workers down there. And here comes the boat heading down there. A little delayed. Okay, so we got that. We had recently drafted Omelette, didn't we? Yeah, just last turn. So Canal, Dimity. And we're going to be in this civic, we're going to make use of it. Sorry, we don't have enough pop for that yet. Montreal could be drafted, but like stacking up more pop here is not going to do anything. I don't think this city is going to get attacked. Oh, okay, and Mare is at the end of its draft cycle there. So we'll just hold to the two pops this turn. And here, I did not want the jail here. I wanted the grocer. Yeah, it needs the health, so it needs the grocer. I don't need the jail at all. There we go. Okay. And I whipped these cities before, didn't I? No, I didn't whip this one. Quebec. This city, yeah, needs its market. Okay. Getting some of these cities down here. Montreal, though, yeah, I did whip. Okay. Trying to stay on top of these whips. Question to the experts. In multiple videos, Sewell mentions an icon on research and the text first to discover. That's not the case in your standard. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that standard is you can check to see, you can hover and then it should say if it's the first to discover prize. Should be there if it's there. Huh. You know, we need another galleon so we can ferry workers over there to those islands in the southeast. So let's go ahead and get that. And then we need some actual workers. That's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that, I'm afraid. Because like these workers here can come over. They're just gonna finish that road and then they don't have anything more to do in that area. It stays there, but the prize is gone. Huh. That's weird. I've never heard of that before, if that's a bug. I mean, I believe you. I don't think you're crazy. It's just weird. And we could attack and try to kill this, but let's go get revenge on the galley that killed us, or killed our thing earlier. By the way, these windmills have pretty good yields. 222 is not terrible yield for a tile. Here's the workboat conga line over here, heading for the Saint-Pierre and Miquelon. I hope I spelled that correctly. Same thing here, granary first. All right, drop this off. And I would like you to kill this galley. Instead of attacking, we'll let you attack me. All right, we can chop this down. Oh, well, yeah, we can chop this down. And we finish this. Okay, so you have almost gotten to 500 culture. Pretty sure you have pretty good control of this tile. No, actually, you don't have especially good control of this tile. You need to keep emphasizing culture here. Good thing we have several cities here to support you with extra culture. Because like Banana Republic should be dumping culture on that tile soon too. 20, 40. Oh, it needs to be at 60 culture. Okay, when it hits 60 culture, it adds its culture to this tile too. Well, Sid Sushi will give every city disgusting amounts of culture, so yeah. Let's get this improved while we're here. Hire our transoceanic fishery experts. All right, and I think that's just about. Oh, we'll keep going until we get all the way over here. But I think we've just about got it. This whole southern part of the world explored, and I think I was gonna mine that. All right, chop. That'll finish the lighthouse there. Two good tiles here. Then we can cottage these and mine that iron tile. All right, blue base. So we're here abouts before. Omelette. Montreal, that's right. Okay, so this city gets popped. and just grows back immediately. Poverty, poor poverty post. Quebec is fine. It's whatever. Regret. The city of regret. Just slowly building up here. I don't think I want to drop this all the way down to size 4. Let's let that grow another pop or two, and then we can whip the salon. All right, well, we're going to get biology here. So then we're going to need another settler for this spot, and another settler for this spot here. Oh, we can't work both of the fish, can we? One of them is going to get isolated. We'll take the southern spot. One of them is going to be orphaned, sadly. The ship's on its way back, so we probably want to queue up another settler whip over here. Like one of these cities that we keep hitting for population. Like Elba's next whip can be another settler. How about Corsica? Maybe Anglais. Or Regret could also do a a settler as well. Or Cape Corn, maybe. Yeah, actually, this city could probably. Actually, the two of these could probably pop because they both have. Let's do that. Actually, queue them both up for settlers. And then they'll go to this city and this city here. And we just need one defender for them. We can just divert one of these rifles. It's conga lining its way up here. Because we have a boat that's on its way back, right? We have a galleon that's making its way back. Not quite there yet, but. So I guess I'm anticipating that a little bit too early, but whatever. Okay, thank goodness. I don't really care about up here, but it would have been super annoying if that one down there had,
It is not the strongest
if that galleon had
species,
died. All right.
but the one most responsive to change.
Quantum medicine. No need to obsolete the Great Lighthouse until we need to. Customs house in creme brulee. Okay. To the jail for lack of other stuff, but I'm not sure that I'm going to whip this. I don't know that I really need it that badly. Alright, library is very cheap. Knock that out. Next up, the forge. Yeah, you're just going to hang out there. You actually can heal to full. Well, you're at 3.8 health. You're probably okay. Let's get you going on this return trip. You're actually pretty darn fast thanks to that extra movement point. All right. This might be a little unwise, but we're going to give it our best shot. See what happens. You need to return. Better late than never on Code of Laws. Yeah, a little late there. So we've lost research visibility on some of these AIs because we're not putting that many espionage points against them. But as you said, maps is the only one we really care about. It would be nice to know what he's researching. Text. Here we go. All right. So what has he picked up? So he still doesn't have astronomy yet, but he did pick up replaceable parts. And he's missing astronomy and rifling, scientific method, physics, biology. So we have some techs up on him. We'll go for corporation, but after we'll just grab gold for a turn and then turn on research again after that. Do have a lot of rifles up here. He'll get a big power spike when he finishes rifling, though. All right, we don't need two of these ships to explore the far south. Why don't you start moving in this direction? We can always turn you into a frigate later if we need to, but for right now, you can just hang out. All right, these guys, I was going to bring over here and be prepared to send down to that southern island. Take 3 turns to get over there. Are you still full health? Okay. Anyway, so still pretty calm stuff overall. Just kind of chill. Almost wiped out this patch of blackness that's been annoying me on the minimap. All right. End of turn means drafting time. Or Boolean base. Oh, finally it's going to take 2 turns to grow back after we've been just abusing this city so hard. Like really abusing this city. But on the plus side, we went from no military at all to, this stack in this city here, just in case we would come under attack. Oh man, who's a 2600 GMP? Is that Mansa? I'm assuming it is. Yeah, look, our power is actually respectable now. Geez, Mansa. Is he in a golden age? Anyway. So we're just drafting over here. I get Mari. Ah, that's right. So we'll get Regret, which is now no longer big enough to draft, although it will be shortly. Yeah, fortify there, buddy. Cape Corn is still large enough to draft, though. These are all conscripts. They have no XP, but still. Yeah, Banana Republic. Mance will benefit more from his cottage economy. Well, I mean, does he have that many cottages? Let's look at his territory real quick, right? We've got an updated view of his map. Because he just said, will you spare this for a good friend? Does he have that many cottages? Does he? Because I'm not seeing a ton of cottages in his territory. I mean, he has some, don't get me wrong, but it's not like he's covered with cottages everywhere. I'm not seeing that many, honestly. Is Matza friendly? No, but he is pleased, which means it's less likely he'll declare war on us. So it's a good question, right? I mean, Brutus is not wrong. Generally speaking, my territory is mostly sea, his territory is mostly land, but he doesn't really have that many cottages. And if we have Sid Sushi and he doesn't, I mean, that's a pretty big advantage, I have to say. Okay, so what do we need down here? Well, we could always use another, let's see. We're actually almost out of things to build here. Now we can always use another, we are going to need another settler for down here. And so I might just get the settler then. Oh, we can also farm that tile or workshop. It's probably better to workshop it actually. All right, Omelette has actually run through most of the infrastructure too, but we'll get the customs house here. Yeah, you are gonna pop on this galleon because we needed a defender. Actually, you can, instead of going on that go-to order, you can pop down here along with these double settlers, and then we just got to get a ship here to pick you up. This was picked up. Let's see if we can get Hannibal's world map then. So that finally taken. So how close is that boat for the pickup? Not too many turns away. 3 turns away. I can probably galleon chain them with the 5-move galleon when it gets a little bit closer. All right, what do we need? What name are we gonna use for this troll city that we've got under consideration here? In your face. Shadow Moses. I don't know what that even is supposed to mean. If that's a reference, I don't get it. In your face. Huge smell of elderberries. That would never fit. But elderberries will. Yeah, elderberries is. We'll try that. I like that actually. So we need to pop the borders here. So how close is that workboat? I know there's a workboat on its way. The workboat is not especially close. Okay, so we can just rely on creative trait. We don't need to build culture here. This is kind of a sad city, isn't it? But Sid Sushi will flip things around. This is a city that is basically useless until we have Sid Sushi. As for you, why don't you go fog busting down here? Oh, we got an artist. Okay, well that's good. So we already have our next golden age queued up with a scientist plus an artist. Cool. And then we can start thinking about the next golden age after that. For the three great person golden age. Okay, we can't do this in 3 turns. Actually, no, we can't. Well, let's do this and see how close we can get. Yeah, you guys are just chilling here. Stupid Hammurabi. Or, Hannibal. Where's the crippled galley that killed our ship? Right. And then we've actually improved like all the tiles here. So these guys can actually come to this tile and improve it. That's about the only one I don't have improved over here. Woody is still holding on to this just by the skin of its teeth. Poor Woody. So yeah, with these 2 tiles, Woody is +6 food per turn. So I do think windmills are probably better than mines here. All right, let's see. So bouillabaisse, we didn't want to draft it this turn. That's right. So I just drafted Cape Corn, didn't I? Yeah. Also, why are you working this tile? Come on. Come on. Let's get your head in the game, Cape Corn. Regret we can draft next turn, but not this one. Banana Republic I just drafted. Although this city should probably whip its market. Yeah. Just let's work these cottages though. I don't know if you can hear Sydney out there. What a gem. Okay. And Normandy. Okay. Oh boy, he is upset about something. All right, Ile de Ré. I'll just queue up the. Let me go check to see what he's barking about. Okay, package delivery. Package delivery. Sydney was not having it. Okay, Sid's Paradise, not quite ready to draft there. Next whip probably has to be the a forge, I guess. Look at this city. It's kind of crazy. All right. I'll just get this city now while I'm thinking about it. Tortuga, we can actually whip the forge there. Okay, well, let's let that wear off. Ho, ho, ho. It's about to finish that naturally. Okay, and then those cities are just getting started. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to get relatively close to finishing this tech. And then we can start doing our sushi thing. All right. Yeah, we're going to need courthouses for sure. Try to get the corporate maintenance under control. Yeah, I think this is right. Flying Fish Cove. All right. Definitely needs the forge next. Let's get this done. And then we need to go improve that tile. All right. Just making sure that there's no barbarians down here. Okay. Workers. We had 2 workers that are over here, right? Where are those workers I had moving over here? Right over here. Okay. Here they are. Oh, that's the end of their turn. Okay, well, that's the end of that boat's turn, so that's no problem at all. That works out. Okay. I mean, well, you're going to come improve this tile. Here in the Arctic. Gotta grab that 1 fog tile that's going to be annoying if I don't clear it. Corporation is it required for steam power? No, it is not required for steam power. But it is required to found a corporation, so we're going to have to get that as our next tech. The rifle stack just keeps increasing in size. As I said, just in case Mansa would start coming after us, we want to make sure we're prepared, ready to go. I think this is another windmill here. I just want to road the connection between these guys. All right. So we got a lot of ships in motion, a lot of units popping back and forth everywhere. This is Elderberry. This is a rather sad location for a city. So we've got a settler. Let's send a rifle down here with this, because I'm going to want to put them on that boat, on one of these boats. I think the returning boat, this one here. Then you're going to put this settler on that boat with that rifle. Okay. Was there anywhere else I needed to draft about Woody? I'm like 1 turn away from the draft cycle wearing off from before. And did I get this city? I did. Okay, just checking. St. Helena. Yeah, okay. So I guess I need like another turn or 2. What about down here? I haven't whipped this city in a while, have I? No, but let's do this. All right. Emphasize food so that you stop grabbing those terrible specialists. Yeah, this is worthwhile to do. Finish this. And then customs house. Keep emphasizing that. No, bad city. No, bad city. Come on. Just got to stay on top of some of these cities. They like to assign those specialists. All right. What about up here? Did I check the city recently? All right. Some of these cities, I did a big whip cycle that finished 8 turns ago. So in 2 more turns, like a bunch of these cities will come off them and be ready. Enemies have spotted near elderberries. That's probably a barb unit. Probably. Yep. And sure enough, it is. Just one war elephant in there. Borders of what a gem have expanded. Okay. Maybe now we can get control of this tile. It's only second ring for us, so we should have control of this peak tile. It's third ring for the AI over there. All right, anyway. So you come on board here. Let's get you down to this city to improve what tiles we can, which are not many, admittedly. But we can at least do something there. Silk Road still has some tiles. Yes. Yes, it does. Oh, by the way, we're about to finish Statue of Liberty. I kind of forgot we were building that. All right, and with that, that part of the map is finally cleared out. So time to go up to the Arctic. Continue our very slow process of clearing this. I wrote that. All right, so we finally got that corner of the map improved too. Oh, wow, Barb City just popped up there. Like, literally just popped up. It was not there. Well, have fun clearing that out, AI. You might be there for a while. Maybe we can go take that out later on down the road. Like, yeah, have fun with that. All right, where's the ship? Ah, this one's coming back to pick up that settler and that rifle combo. All right, so on this tile, we actually have just enough extra food here that we can workshop this tile. All right. What a gem. Okay. So this ship's about to come pick these up, and then I think I'll transfer them over onto this galleon, because this galleon's a lot faster for the trip off to the west. And then we're going to need 2 workboats for over there as well. But I might be able to get the workboats out of... Actually, I don't know where I'm going to get the workboats out of. Somewhere. All right, how about you do the forge? We'll 2-pop whip this next turn. But why are you working this tile? Oh, we still need the lighthouse, that's why. Still need the lighthouse. Well, that's okay. All right, so medicine we weren't quite able to finish this turn. We actually can if we build... I think if we build... Well, do we actually care if we finish it this turn? I might as well. Actually, it's just silly. Why do we care? Doesn't matter if we do it a turn faster or not. Here, we'll just do this. Doesn't actually matter. How much food does Sid Sushi produce now? A lot, but we're still connecting more resources. We're currently at 18 food per turn and 70 culture on our many cities. 18 food per turn. So that's something. Mining Inc. only produces 5 production. So yeah, it's gonna get a little bit silly. It's gonna be like 20 food per turn in any city that has this. So we'll just run a billion specialists. Also, we just did Statue of Liberty. So that's gonna give us a free specialist everywhere. I'm gonna have to go through my cities and assign a non-idiot specialist. Now it's only for cities that are on the main continent. It doesn't apply to the island cities, but it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. All cities on this continent. And it's not like we had anything else we were doing here in the capital. All right. Because we can't build I guess we'll just build the spy buildings then. Oh, we should be, we should improve these. I didn't realize there were these tiles at Louisville that have to be improved. Yeah, we should mine these tiles. Okay, settler and, oh yeah, we gotta make sure to assign these. Let's see, I think you need the aqueduct. Production here, 25. Okay. AI really wants those spy specialists, doesn't it? We actually should probably assign merchants because then we get the better conversion rate on the beakers. Customs house. All right, got the forge here. Library next. With that, once it's a possibility. Courthouse. All right, you almost have this. There's a pretty good city here, Woody. In memory of the greatest scout who ever lived. So, as I said, I'm going to go through and configure all those spots. Look at us with the border expansion down here. Looking sharp. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so these workers are somewhat running out of tasks to do, but there's still a little bit more. We still need to get this stuff improved over here. I think I'd rather just let that go for right now than whip it down to size 2. All right, you also can just come back up here and be done exploring. All right, what else is out there here in the Arctic? I'm just slowly improving tiles over here. All right. Settler, yes. Gotta wait one turn to pick up the rifle, though. Rifle didn't have quite enough movement to hop on board that turn. All right, we're almost done defogging the whole map, which has been a very slow process. Okay, here we go. Hop on board the ship. All right, let's get you off and rolling now. And then we need a pair of workboats for this island, which is going to take about 1 billion years to get there. Maybe Tortuga can build them. Tortuga has at least some production. Okay, it doesn't have a lot. But it has a small amount of production. What's the whip counter like here? Maybe we can whip this and then overflow or something. This here, I was going to whip this. There we go. And then the overflow should finish the lighthouse. Well, or at least get close on the lighthouse. Okay, you got to wait a turn there. This is the fast-moving ship. Let's move you here, and then I should be able to galleon chain them next turn there. Only 87% odds against that? Okay. Elderberries. Here comes the workboat, slowly trickling in. Here comes the workboat. Toot toot. No. All right. And then Woody I was going to draft as well. Because that cycle's almost done. What about this city? And then this city too. Okay. So what's our power again? Getting there. We're at least up to the rival average now. Here we are. We've gone from having no military at all to having a respectable one. All right, anyway. So now we got to go through and assign specialists that aren't morons. No, that is not what we wanted to do. Okay. And then I need to improve some of these tiles here. There's some tiles in the core that I left kind of unimproved. All right. I was going to assign merchants because that allows me to run a higher number on the slider, so I think it's better to do that. Okay, yeah, this, no. That seems like a good whip, just whipping off specialists. Ups and downs, costs 8 popul. Okay, well, it's at the swapping penalty. We need to let that go through before we whip there. Also, this city here could work these, we can like windmill these tiles. Sword Coast, okay. Yeah, you're already working every tile you can. You still need more health. Yeah, we're gonna need health resources in the worst way. We're gonna have to get let's actually see if we can get Matza's wheat. What does he want for that? Could you spare this for a good friend? He wants the sugar for it. We are gonna need this wheat. I guess we have to say yes to this. It's the only thing he would trade it for. Maybe I should have seen how much gold per turn he wanted for it. Oh well. But that's +2 health in every city, so it's actually pretty valuable because we're going to be getting a billion population once we have the um, whatchamacallit. Anyway, so this city is ready for a whip once we get Sid Sushi. That's the word I'm looking for. Oops, the wrong thing. This city is also ready. Well, we can whip it in one more turn when it's one turn away from growth. All right, no, you're fine. Power Peninsula is working. Spy Specialist, so we need to get rid of that. That is a good whip, though. It's just working off ocean, just whipping off ocean tiles that are not really useful. Okay, no. Just no. And I'm not going to do a one-pop whip. That's not very efficient. Let's do this. Okay. Omelette. Could whip the harbor, but come on, it can finish that fast enough on its own. 4 turns. That's fine. Cereal mills. It's almost there. All right. So many spy specialists. This city is probably ready for a whip, though. Yeah. Also, when we're not in a golden age, we can do this. Better tile yields. Okay, no. So many spy specialists. Oh wait, and what was the university? I'd rather just let that finish. It's only 6 turns to finish. Poverty Post. Oh, I don't. Well, okay. Time to whip off those water tiles. Poor Poverty Post. What about this? That's not ready yet. Go out here. Nope. Also, no. I wish I could just tell the AI do not assign spy specialists. Not really something you can tell it to do, though. Oh, actually, that's better than. I forgot we don't have a market finished there yet, so we can't assign specialists there. That's fine. St. Helena. Well, I don't want to overstack whip penalties there. Yeah, this is fine at Woody. It still needs the extra artist. That's fine. Just doing a big cycle. All right, that's 1 turn away from finishing. Ile de Ré definitely needs Lighthouse whipped, but I should have done this. See, I made a mistake here. I went Granary first. I actually needed Lighthouse first over Granary. But we're making progress there. I whipped Sid's Paradise. This city just got whipped, so we don't want to stack up a second whip. I mean, we could, but there's no real need to. This I could run an engineer specialist if I do the whip. So, okay. Do that and get the library next, because we'll be able to get the engineer specialist, and it'll grow back one of those 2 pop points it just lost. Okay. All right. All right, and then we can probably do this. Yeah, we can actually run. But it's the start of a turn, so we'll save up a little gold. What a gem could use an artist. What a gem should pop borders because it has the free artist. I think this is okay. I think it should get this tile back, I think. Let's see, this is at 40%, 20, 40. No, the only city that's putting culture on this is this one, Dia. How far does that city's culture extend? Okay, only the 40% borders, so we should get this back because it's second ring for us. All right, we have medicine, now corporation.
As to diseases, make a habit of 2 things: to help, or at least.
All right, corporation is next. And then the sushiing. Still getting those trade routes, right? Not bad. All right, so I guess the jail is the next one up. Not bad. We're getting a lot of trade route income. Okay, so jail, I guess, is next out of lack of things. And probably our next big target is factories, honestly. Yeah, a number of jails for lack of better stuff. Grocer, the bank. Also Y, just Y. We are going to need a lot of cash, so we'll probably have to run like one tick below what we could support just to support the missionaries. And I think the capital is just going to spam the missionaries, honestly. Okay, yeah, let's get the grocer next. I don't value the espionage buildings that highly, as you can probably tell. Hospitals for health. Well, yeah, we actually probably will need to build hospitals too. They're just kind of expensive to build, but you're right. I'm going to need more health, so I probably will need some of them. Larger cities can build them. And then we'll have to build Red Cross because why not? Somewhere. All right, time to connect this. How fast can we build workboats? Not very, unfortunately. So Ramses was in a golden age. How's our trade route? All right, let's check in on Mansa again. Okay, so we picked up scientific method. Well, actually, let's finish corporation and then we'll check because that'll get this to drop off the screen. He can research biology, so that means let's see, he has scientific method. Um, he must have physics as well. The AI always likes to go for physics, or does he not have astronomy yet? Oh, he doesn't have astronomy yet. Okay, so we're doing pretty well. We're still up. He's probably going to go for communism. Actually, that's where we need to go next. If we're going to build Kremlin, we have to go there next. And we probably should, just for our whipping, because we will probably go emancipation eventually, but slavery is still better right now. Why not custom offices? Well, I am building custom offices in a bunch of these cities, right? You can't build them on inland cities. I've already built quite a few. Right? Haven't I built like 8 or 9 custom houses already? Already built only 4. Okay. I thought I built more than that. Oh well. I thought I built more than that. Well, some of these cities will build them. I thought I was queuing them up in a number of these cities. Power Peninsula should be on a customs house. Probably. I think you're right. Yeah, I think that's better than the jail. The jail is a lower priority. Well, yeah, I can't build these because I'm not Portugal. It would have been a good map to be Portugal, I admit. All right, well, let's head for this spot here. Head for that other spot. Oh, look, there's a barb archer. Somehow I'm not feeling that worried about my rifle that's defending this city. Just trying to make sure no barbs are spawning down there. Not that I should really care about barb fog busting when I have rifles for defenders. Probably not that big a deal. Okay, now let's kill this. Well, actually, it might make life miserable for... It killed something. It already has double promotions. Probably killed an AI unit. So you can hang out there, Mr. Barbarian. This growing stack up here. We have a lot of windmills here. We should probably build at least a mine or two in case we need options. And this is not on a river, so it doesn't get the bonus commerce, so it's a better place to do that. All right. So we'll move here. Now you move here, and then you guys load up. Cargo space 2 out of 3. No, we want to move to the one that has the promotions on it. Okay, is this 3 out of 3? Yeah. I'm just making sure I did this correctly. Yep, there it is. So now you start heading to the far. Actually, you need to go here first. And then we'll be ready to unload on that island. The sheep island. Okay. So, did we manage to get this done yet? This workshop's going to be done, and then we need to do some work around Louisville. Going to need to mine some more hill tiles there. Okay. So, draft this. The long-running conga line. All right. And then, did we draft this one recently? No. Normandy. Actually, you can hang out there just in case we get first struck. 45%. Interesting that we have control of this tile. That's kind of weird. A strange tile to have control of. I mean, I understand how the math works, but it's still kind of weird. And Hong 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 is not large enough. Did I draft Woody recently? I did. I did draft this city. Okay. Just trying to see if there's other places where I need to be getting drafts in. I think that this city, Quebec, was close. In this city, no, I just got that one. Okay. St. Helena. I mean, it needs a draft, or whatever. Actually, I could draft there. Just, well, I actually don't want the unhappiness that would come from drafting. And I think that that city's perfectly safe for the time being. I guess we're okay. How close are we to cycling around to a new fresh cycle again? Oh, we actually have already done that because Chamonix is up for a draft cycle again. So I guess we did make it all the way around for a fresh cycle again. Courthouse is a live spy specialist, correct. All right, now we can build the specialist. So we're definitely going to have some cities start doing that. Oh no, if we lost this to the Barb Archer, I would be so unhappy. All right, now we did lose a trade route in every city, which is pretty bad, but it was going to happen eventually. So we could do steam power and head for assembly line. I think that that's the play. Is I think we just well actually no, we need to do communism if we're going to contest for Kremlin. That's right. All right, time to build the execs. Well, we need to found. Oh, we need to found the. Oh my God, why didn't I move my great merchant over here sooner? I'm gonna have to waste a turn in transit moving. But by the way, look at this trade route income. Yeah, not too shabby, huh? That's 42 commerce just from the trade routes. So we can start doing Wall Street now, and I think we should. Just get started right away. Oh, I forgot. Why didn't I have my merchant move over there at the beginning of last turn? For some reason, I totally forgot about that. Oh well. Forgot that I need to build the trade route because it's going to take... Oh wait, no, it's close enough I can get there in one turn. Okay. Yeah, that was the plan all along. It's just I can get there in one turn. That's right. That was the plan, right? Sushi time. Note that it actually did cost money to establish. Oh wait, no, it actually took a chunk out of my income there. How much does this cost to build this? Oh my God. This maintenance is insane. 60 gold per turn. Oh my God. Well, we need Wall Street here so badly. But on the plus side, we are getting 18 food per turn. Has 60 gold per turn to build this. Definitely need a courthouse before you can put this in cities normally. But yeah, now we have 68 food per turn in this city. So yeah, late game we might actually want caste system instead of emancipation. As long as we can deal with the unhappiness, we might want caste system. Um, Happiness may be an issue though, because we don't have gold or silver. Yeah, happiness, keeping all these people happy might be a problem. Because I don't know if we're going to be able to keep all these people happy. Well, the main thing is use it to run specialists. But I don't know if we're going to have enough happiness for that. I didn't even think about that. Like, do we have enough happiness for this? We might need emancipation just to avoid unhappiness. Okay. We can run more spy specialists. So yeah, we have a ton of culture and we have a ton of food here. So first thing we need to do is we need to build an exec. Wow, these are expensive, aren't they? We need to build an exec so we can start spreading this to other cities. We need to spread it to the capital. Actually, with this, wish the city had a little bit more production now. This, though, we might have to run the culture slider for a little bit of extra happiness. Well, we'll see. We can do communism in 2 turns, so we'll do that. Jeez, okay. That's expensive. Well, we'll see. How much happiness would 10% on the slider get in that city anyway? Just out of curiosity. 2 happiness? Well, we could do more than that. We could build the Colosseum. We can always build this if we need to. Anyway, turn this off for right now. Interesting, interesting. Strange situation here with all that sushi research. All right, so we got another galleon over here. Oh, you know what I can do? I can go finally pick up those 2 workers there. That's my bad. All right. Meanwhile, in comes the workboats slowly. I'm gonna have to think about how to use this. You get Coliseum and Broadcast Tower and run 20%. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we got to get to radio. We got to make radio a priority too. I mean, I guess we could just head straight there. All right, it's not actually that far away. That would give us the free broadcast tower in every city. Um, where's the yield for the broadcaster? We could actually skip mass media and just do radio. So what is this? This is +1 per 10%. Okay, and the +50% culture. Gotcha. It's true. Each religion is also happiness. That's also true as well. Could also spread religion around for some extra happiness. That's true. Although I'd have to go back into organized religion for that because I don't have monasteries for any of the other religions. But yeah, that's a possibility. Could also just spread like two or three religions around for +1. Anyway, yeah, definitely some things here. You could use the cultural wonders to trade for more. I actually don't want to trade for more corporate resources. I think I'm not gonna go for that. I think that might be a little excessive. By the way, do I have furs? I think I do, because there are furs over there. Yeah, I do have furs. That's right. But it's gold and silver. Let's see. Does anyone have gold or silver to trade? Just out of curiosity. Like, does anyone have these resources? He has spices. Do I not have this? I'm happy to trade with you, sure. There's a happiness resource. All right, how about Ramses? He has wines. Sure. Okay, okay. We're getting some resources here. No one seems to have gold or silver, though. Wasn't there a silver down in the extreme tundra? Yeah, there's a silver down here. I think we might go settle this silver for another +2 happiness in every city. But we were just able to get 2 happiness there by trading for it. So that gets us up to 26 happiness. So that gets us some. Silver would be another +2. That gets us to 28. So that'll I mean that gets us up to like 20 size 28 cities. That's pretty solid. The only gold on the map is north of Hannibal. He hasn't settled it yet. Okay. Let's just see if we can find that. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go take this gold for ourselves. Screw it. We can get a settler up there. Okay, it's a billion miles away, but we can do it. We're gonna go grab this. We're gonna grab one of these gold resources. Stop working water tiles and run specialists. Well, we want to work the tiles first and then assign specialists after that. No, we want to work this tile. I mean, we have plenty of food. We can keep going further upwards. We have plenty of food. That's not an issue. No, this is fine. We want to work these tiles, and we just grow onto the specialist. There's no reason not to work these tiles, and would give us wheat. Yeah, and then we could cancel that wheat trade too. I'm pretty sure the galleon's load versus rifles can take Gaul. You are correct. You are correct. And then we just have this. Well, this is off the coast, so it's a little tricky. But yeah, that would also get us extra wheat too, wouldn't it? Still, we'd like to settle this spot if we could. But yeah, a galleon load of rifles would almost certainly be able to take this. So we do want to settle a city on the coast, but then we can capture that too. And you know what? I actually have a spare galleon, don't I? I just had one come free of carrying stuff right here. So let's grab how about 2 rifles and a settler and stuff them on here, and then they can start the long journey up there. So we need another settler out of one of these cities. Creme brulee. Let's you're gonna get me a settler. And it's gonna be a whip, and you're not gonna like it, but you're gonna do it. And then we're gonna get 2 rifles from our monster stack of rifles. I like this plan. You guys start heading in this direction. You can get picked up along the way. Actually, it might be better to pick you up over here at home, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, settle a gold city and capture. Wait, no, we're over here. We could actually capture this one too, possibly. Maybe two. Maybe we do 2 boatloads worth of rifles. We certainly aren't lacking for rifles, are we? Yeah, we're certainly not lacking for rifles. One of these cities, get me a galleon, and we'll stuff 3 rifles into it. Yeah. Canal du Midi, get me a galleon. S'il vous plaît. We'll get this galleon and stuff 3 rifles in it. And then we'll have 5 rifles and a settler heading up there. No, I like the idea to found a city here because this is a nice spot. I mean, I don't know how we get workers up here, but capture Gaul, capture this city, settle there. Boom. There we're good. Okay. Resources, man. And then we got to get the silver city too, but we can work on that. That's not going to get taken by the AI, so. And that gets us another +2 happiness. So yeah, we should be golden. Okay. So we connected this. And now we need to go improve the capital because there's tiles that need to be worked there. Why not settle one south of the X where in this far-flung region up here? Because one south misses the fish and then there's no food. That's why. One south abandons the fish. I mean, it does pick up a sheep, but hillside sheep is not that amazing. This gets everything except the hillside sheep, which is a weak tile. Could you settle on the gold one east and south? Yes, could. That's not bad either, honestly. Either one of those is good. That's not a bad suggestion either, actually. Although it does waste the gold, the yield from the gold tile. So possibly. That's also, it is a good suggestion though. It's another good spot for sure. All right. So that was a fun little diversion there. Something to think about. And Roquefort, I don't love drafting this, but it's at the happiness cap, or it's at the food cap, so it's literally just free population at this point. Food is not, well, I mean, it's going to take a little bit to get the sushi food, let's be honest. Might take a little while to spread the corporation, so we're going to do what we can, but yeah. Wish there was a way to speed this up a little bit. Oh well. We're like just barely off. I think we're literally 1 off. Yeah, we're at literally 1 off from finishing that in a turn sooner. So let's actually do this. There we go. That's 4 turns. Just had the exec ride with the settler. Well, we don't have a space for it yet. We can send a future. The initial execs are going to go in my core, and then afterwards they can head up in that direction. But the initial ones need to hang out, need to work down here. Okay, so Louisville, you are going to be working on Kremlin next turn, so let's just do something cheap so we get some overflow into Kremlin. All right, Aqueduct done. Now you have most of your stuff finished. I mean, I guess we could do the hospital. This is another good city to do executives. Maybe we'll send the first executive here because this city, yeah, this city actually has good production. I think we'll send the first exec here. But yeah, there's not really much to build. I guess I could do the hospital, I guess, while we're just waiting, because we wouldn't mind having the extra health cap here. All right, courthouse done. Gonna need those courthouses, won't we? You'll need this for happiness. All right, Sid's Paradise got its lighthouse, so now it's pretty much off and rolling. What do we do next? Already has we'll do the market next for happiness. That city's going to grow at an impossibly fast rate. All right, so we're going to get the settler here. You mostly need to head north and then west. We're going to pick up the settler here next turn out of Creme Brulee. Sorry, Creme Brulee, but it is what it is. You're not drafting off especially good tiles. Okay. Oh no, Gaul was just taken. Oh no! These barb cities are getting captured. Okay, well, that's why we're going to need the settler, right? To go get this spot. He captured two of these the barb city over there, and then this one here. Okay. Well, this city Phrygian is still out there, but and this city is still apparently uncaptured too, but Gaul is still out there. So got to go out to this spot and this spot. We'll see if they still last that long. Send the exec to the globe city. Yeah, I mean that's definitely one of the next targets too. Um, as I said, it's just going to take a little while to get all these cities, get the execs spread out there. Oh well, there's another little island here. Apparently. Oh, we have another movement point. All right, so we've got the galleon's going to pick up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, actually the better pickup spot is over here. I moved them the wrong way, didn't I? Oh, well, so much for our galleon that was headed to this spot. That just got taken by Kublai. Okay, well, it is what it is. So we won't be getting that island, for better or for worse. Can't get everything. It's a little surprising he didn't grab that sooner. Okay, but that does mean we have a spare settler now that was going to head down here, right? I have another settler here. So now we have an extra settler here. So that one can head up to the extreme north. So 17 turns? Okay, well, I mean, we might as well get started, right? Is it faster to go this way? No. Okay. Well, we've got a settler queued up and heading in that direction. We should be able to get a gold resource somewhere, one of these. That is a long route. Long way, but we might as well get started. Sushi gives enough food you can dry whip executives without much issue. Well, as I said, we got to get the first one out before we can do anything else. All right. Yeah, these caravels are just going to hang out for right now. Well, the plan to improve stuff over here has kind of gone awry, but we will be dropping an early executive here at Elderberry. I don't know when, but it'll be one of the first few. Okay. Excuse me. All right. In comes all the work boats. Actually did manage to get them there in a reasonable amount of time. Okay, so we've got all of our tiles pretty much improved here, except over in this corner. So this is Banana Republic's tile. Yeah, how much food does this serve? This city does not have much food surplus, so I think we need to windmill this one, because there's not a ton of food there. Will the great engineer be needed to ensure Kremlin? Possibly, depending on how fast. We might need to, actually, because Mansa has already gone to communism, and he got the Great Spy. Of course, I could have gone there sooner. I could have chosen to go there and get the Great Spy, but we might need to use it to rush Kremlin, because he's surely going to. Actually, we probably should do that just for this to be on the safe side, because I don't really care about mining ink. The yields are pretty low for mining ink, and we have decent odds to get another great engineer at some
When I
point.
give food to the poor,
But
they call
Kremlin
me a
would be
saint. When I
quite
ask
good
why
for
the poor
us.
have no food, they call me a communist.
All right, now that we have that knocked out of the way, I think we want to get our factories up next. And then after that, the plan will be to get, we can probably golden age to get out of drafting after that. Because once you have factories, infantry are not very useful for drafts. It's a bad conversion rate. Yeah, I don't feel confident that we can beat him to that on its own. Let's just use the great engineer on that. All right, here's the settler, creme brulee. What were you working on before? Well, whatever you were working on, I think it's done now. Do the intelligence agency, I guess. I don't see anything else you really need you to build. I guess you can do this just for a billion spy points. All right. So you hop on board there. You're gonna head in this direction. We're gonna get the pickup over here at Hong Hong Hong. Best city name ever. Yeah, this can hop on board next turn from Hong Hong Hong. And then we have a very, very, very long route ahead of us. Actually, you just hang out down here and fog bust. Oh, you know what I could have done with this? The settler I have on the extremely long go-to order right here. I could have sent that down here, but I think it actually makes sense to um, go for the gold resource. If we're going to head there, I have to head there now. Otherwise, it'll probably be gone. All right. So we're just clearing out all the forests over here. Yeah. We're going to have more than enough production in the capital. All right. You need to get to this tile here. And one of you goes here, and one of you goes here. Saint-Pierre and Miquelon. All right, so we have this rifle coming in here. I don't think I have workboats headed for this spot, do I? I'll turn off the workers. No, I forgot to build the workboats for this spot, didn't I? Okay. Well, that could be interesting. I don't have any workers for this spot. I still have 2 workers on this island, so after this does its drop off, it could head back to grab the workers to connect the sheep. But I don't have workboats ready for this spot just yet. Wall Street has to be built in the corporate headquarters. I'm just building the first executive to get the first executive out, and then this city is not unsurprisingly going nuts with the growth. Sydney barking again. But I have to get the first executive out, and then we'll do Wall Street in here. That's going to be a slow process. You know, maybe we use the great engineer for Wall Street to knock that out sooner. I don't know. How important is Kremlin versus finishing Wall Street? That's a 20-turn build. That feels very slow. Sorry, he's going nuts. I gotta address this. One sec. What's it? Hey, bud. Up there. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Just whip Sword Coast. We have so much food. Fair point. That's. But then I have even more unhappiness. I actually like the idea of using the great engineer to rush Wall Street. And if we don't get Kremlin, we don't get Kremlin. But I think we have good odds to still get it because we can spread this Sid Sushi executive to Louisville potentially. No, I'm not whipping Wall Street. That would be an extremely expensive whip. No way. 600 production? No way. No way. Let's just do this and get this. I like this. I like this idea because that way we'll actually be able to spread this corporation without it costing us a billion amount. So we'll just try to build Kremlin naturally. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But let's at least do this. assign this. We do have a lot of production modifiers, and I'm building mines on these tiles, which I'm gonna pick up as we go along. So I think we have decent odds to get it. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. Mansa is probably going to try to build it in his capital, which is very good for wonder building. But as I said, if we don't get it, we don't get it. The AI does not really know how to use Kremlin, and we're not. The other thing is we're not going to be in slavery civic that much longer either, because once you have factories, you don't really whip anymore. And there's good odds that we would drop slavery anyway. We're probably going to have to drop slavery for emancipation anyway. So Kremlin, we're actually kind of hitting the point where Kremlin would not have as much value anyway. So, well, like I said, we're going to make a run at it, but it's actually not that important if we don't get it. Whip the whole wonder. No, I want the city. I want to be working 1,000,000 specialists in that city. I don't want to whip it down. Wait, there's more seafood up here in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so this city, Flying Fish Cove, now that it has this tile, it actually does have some production. So we need to get some work boats. Actually, you know what we can do? We could. Let's whip the forge. I realize it's going to stack up double whip on happiness, but I want to start getting work boats out. And with this, we have 7 production plus 25. We could probably get up to 8 production, actually. I'll try to get to 8, and then that gets multiplied up to 10. And then I can build some work boats at 10 production, just a pair of them for this city here, because it only needs 2. I guess technically I would want a third when the borders expand, but that's kind of a low priority. All right, these can just sit here, just chill until we might someday want them to be galleons or frigates. But yeah, okay. So end of the turn, draft. As I said, we're probably not going to draft too much longer either. Probably gonna pop a gold when we you know what we'll do? We'll pop a golden age when we get to assembly line, so we can build the factories with use the golden age to build the factories, and that'll be good timing, I think. So we're just trying to get out the units we can. We've pretty much used nationhood civic to close the military gap because we were way behind in military, and now we're not anymore. The city could, yeah, here we go. So we can pop this. And once we have factories, like we can kind of build whatever we want at that point. Do I really want to whip for 4 pop there? I don't think I do. Not yet. I already drafted this city. Yeah. Sword Coast, Corsica. We already have a rifle there. Silk Road is a good city to pop. And Silk Road actually does need to whip this bank because it has literally 0 production. I'll just grow back onto those tiles. Okay. Yeah, or caste system. So the other thing, the thing I'm worried about, I realize caste system would be great, so we could just run unlimited specialists. The thing I'm concerned about, though, is emancipation is going to stack up a lot of unhappiness. And remember, happiness is going to be an issue keeping these cities happy. I think that's going to be a problem, keeping them happy. So I think I can find enough specialist slots, but I'm not sure I can keep them happy if I'm running something else, is my concern. Anyway, out of the options here, definitely the customs house. Similarly here, customs house. Higher priority than all the espionage buildings that I don't care that much about. Salon here is fine. Okay, so you guys need to hop on board. All right, and now what's the fastest way to get up here? Same thing, 17 turns. So we've got 2 settlers en route up here. Hopefully one of them can get to a gold tile, and then somehow we'll have to get workers up there, but I can probably send a follow-up if I actually do capture one. If I actually do get one of those spots. Maybe we can even capture the Consigns Defensive Pact. Okay. Doesn't really affect us, I don't think. Oh, hello. Hi, Ramses. Oh, he won't do the world map. Okay. Oh well. That's okay. these little cities here have almost connected all their workboat stuff. There we go. Well, they'll grow fast enough that we'll be able to double whip that. How do you grow new founded cities without slavery? Well, I am concerned that I'm going to need to send a galleon with workers up there, but I can probably, you know what, these two workers actually, yeah, these workers could head up there at some point. Don't I have an extra spare galleon riding around here too? Actually, this galleon could head up there too as well, because once they're done cottaging this and maybe chopping a forest, there's not much more for elderberries to do. Anyway, I said I was going to do this. Road, kind of gotten what we could there. All right, so here we go. Flying Fish Cove. I wanted to micro this. Base production, okay. Base production 8. There we go. So this is 10 production per turn. Ignore the overflow. So we can do 3-turn workboats, and we'll just do a pair of these. I'll just queue it up now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, and then those are going to go to this spot here where we still have a galleon almost made it all the way there. It's going to grab this island, and then that one out there, which hopefully is still around, but I don't think it's been taken. The main reason these got snapped up is they don't require astronomy. If we're looking at the tech screen here, Mansa still doesn't have astronomy yet. Okay. Does Ramses have astronomy? I think he does, but nobody else has it. You don't have, right? What's the requirement? You need optics and what else to research astronomy? Calendar and optics. Okay. Calendar and optics. I guess Hannibal does. Kublai has astronomy. I guess he does as well. And I guess Ramses does too. It's just weird that like Kublai doesn't have some of these texts that seem much more basic. Like, he doesn't have literature, but apparently has astronomy. Interesting path through the tree. Very interesting path through the tree. All right, anyway. Yes, we already have our defender here. Where would we found this city? Probably on this tile here, honestly. Just so it's coastal. And then we just need workers to connect. Remember, I still have these. All right, sorry, I still have these two workers here. And then I can get somebody down here. All right, whip the library there. Some of these cities are a little overdue for whipping attention. When you get this many cities, it's harder to stay right on top of everything, and I don't sweat the details that much when there's this many cities on the board. Okay, did we already do the customs house here? Yeah. Just checking in on some of these cities that I think are just about due for whips. Anglais, I think especially is. Nope, because I hit those for settlers, that's right. One tile to the north provides more food. What, down here? I mean, I suppose so, but I don't really care about the yields of the city. This is just a resource dump to grab silver. I don't really care about that city. And that way it's in range immediately instead of having to wait for borders to expand. So, small detail, but all right. Oh, what's this? Hello? Kublai? What is this? He's pleased towards me. I mean, I know he can declare war at please, but oh my god, what is this? Okay, well, all my military is off in the west. Let's start pulling some of these back, just in case. Is he headed for me? Wait. Well, he's annoyed with Mansa Musa, so he's probably going for Mansa Musa. There's no typhoon to stop Kublai's invasion this time. Still, let's just grab all of our still grab this and hold here for right now. Let's just grab a whole bunch of rifles just in case. Yeah, you're right. He's already in my borders, so I'm unlikely to be the target. You are correct. He would have almost certainly declared before he came into my borders if he was attacking me. That's a lot of galleons, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that could be 27 units if they're all on board. So I definitely have a force that can deal with this, but because he does not. Let's see. But if he lands, it's going to be annoying because I have to move this army very slowly there. Where's my railroads to move faster? At least the musketeers. No, I didn't want that. Fortify. I wanted the control click is all of the same type. There we go. Well, let's at least move these guys back this way. Okay. So we just drafted Bulia Base. Chamonix. Okay. Just did Silk Road, that's right. Can hold there for right now. I got one more draft this turn too. Creme Brulee, okay. Actually, Crumb, let's send this moving east just in case. Again, I don't think I'm the target here, but just in case, I'll just watch where this stack goes. A little bit of drama in the game all of a sudden, yeah. All right, we got Sid Sushi. So how much does the corporate headquarter make? 4 gold per city. Okay. So that gets increased by 12. All right. Anyway, we got the specialist, so well, we can do I guess we could build another one technically. Might as well. It has begun. The sushiing. What do we need here next? I guess the grocer for health. You know, this city could also just whip out a settler too. Honestly, let's just have you build a settler. And then maybe like Roquefort can do something. All right, so where do we want to spread this first? Phrygian has been captured by Rome. Okay, so the Barb cities up there are starting to fall. Oh, he was going for Ramses. Okay, well, at least we don't have to worry about where's that stack. So this is apparently going towards Ramses. Remember, the AI won't start another war if they're already in a war. So he's not going to attack us. He's at war with Ramses. Okay. So does Ramses have any, like, where is this stack going? I guess Ramses must have a city over here somewhere. Oops, what is this? Is this the reveal map? Toggle bear map. It actually makes the mini map look really cool. Can we get a map update with Caesar just out of curiosity? No, he won't trade with us. Okay. Oh, I see where it's going. It's going for this spot right here. He's going for this Cahoon. He must be going for that spot up there, I guess. Or something. I don't know. He doesn't seem to have a stack right here on the borders for whatever reason. Anyway, so we still can't see Mansa Musa's research, but we're getting closer. He needs 20 galleons to take out that island city. Yeah. Interesting. All right. So since Louisville's working on the Kremlin, let's send our first exec down here to Roquefort, which could then build more executives. Because Louisville's tied up at the moment building stuff. All right, I guess false alarm. We can send everything back. False alarm. This is Woody's spot. Yeah. Okay. So we did, in fact, get control of those tiles back. So that's kind of nice. Boy, the AI has spent a very long time settling that continent, haven't they? Like just ages and ages. Wish I could have gotten a map trade over there with Ramses, but he's not interested. At least he signed open borders, so I still have trade route income from him. I mean, look at this income. It's mostly from Mansa, Caesar, and Kublai Khan now. Look at all this trade route income. This is pretty wild. Uh, yeah, it's a game about trading, apparently. All right, so we now have a chance to drop off the settler in this city. We'll go to the flat ground tile, and then over to here. So we'll need a name for that spot next turn. Oh, what a gem can even work this tile. Cool. Got one more tile. Well, we might as well chop and improve this while it's still in our territory. This mountain ridge makes it for a nice border between our territories. Brittany. Hey, H Default. Off topic. I discovered your work. I'm enjoying it. I used to read Realms Beyond, starting with Cuban Isolationists. Now that's a blast from the past. And so enjoyable. Thank you. Clearly need the weed emoji. Yeah, I have it. I've tried to set it up for stuff that I control, but yeah, Twitch doesn't have it as an emoji, unfortunately. The weed emoji. Cuban Isolationist. That was a fun game. One of the things I remember that I think it was T-Hawk said was that we kind of taught like an entire generation of people the wrong way to play Civ 4 openers. Because you really don't want to open with all those religions. It's actually the wrong way to play the game. We taught like a whole bunch of people. What people didn't realize is we were doing like this wacky variant thing, but people thought that was like actually the correct way to do an opening, which it definitely was not. So apologies for that. Apologies for giving people the wrong impression. All right. So Kremlin. Here we go. That does shave a turn off. Nice. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but it does shave a turn off. Got our next golden age ready to go. Maybe we'll get another artist or merchant here. So we've got these two ready to fire off the golden age. I think I'll play this up until this golden age, which we'll use for factory building. And then we're going to have pollution issues too, but that's a problem for future Sula to deal with. Although we've almost caught Manso on score. We've been like just behind him on score the whole game. So soldier count, yeah, we're finally getting there. We're actually almost overtook the leaders with our long drafting. Yeah, look, so we went from total garbage to we're competitive now, and if we're actually ahead of Mansa now in power, so that's pretty nice. All right, so what did we draft recently? Silk Road. Did I draft this city recently? No. Drafting's going to come to a close soon, and we'll just have a billion rifles just in case we would get attacked by somebody. And Canal, I think. I'm not cycling through here properly, but it's okay. I'm doing like our last cycle here. All right, so these cities down here should be just about ready to get whipped. Yeah. You are finishing the market anyway. You are probably ready. Yep. Get that salon. Okay. Like some of this stuff is not terribly important as far as yeah, like a 5 pot whip for a customs house. I think I'll just save the population there. Oh, I forgot to do this galleon whip. That was overdue for a turn or two ago. We need to settle south of Flying Fish Cove for the deer. Are we missing deer? Where's Flying Fish Cove? Oh, down there? Yeah. So deer is another resource we're missing. That's one we can get in time. Okay, but you're right, we are missing that, and we will need that for health. Okay, so that's a future spot too. You're right. Have I ever streamed a multiplayer game in Civ 4? No, I haven't. Maybe someday we'll try to do that. It's a good suggestion. It's not, but yeah, I haven't. We can actually, okay, this is a worthwhile whip to do. Knock out the salon. This city, okay, it's just about ready for that. Yeah, someday would be nice. It's a little bit more setup though, obviously. And Mare is on the back. Okay. Sheep Island, yeah. So we're still trying to get this. This city is going to create a settler for this spot. I'm actually not thinking of whipping it. I'm thinking of just letting it see how I have a whip duration here. I'm thinking of just slow building that over 7 turns. And that should get me enough time to get a galleon down there and then a pair of workers. Maybe some of these workers that are finishing up here can come all the way down here. But yeah, just assembly line. Do I keep up with some of the others? No, not so much.
You
People tend
watch a
to
ship sail
online,
across
people
the
tend to come and
sea while
go,
lighting a
for better or
bonfire
for
under
worse.
her deck.
I wish I'd be able to keep in
I
touch.
have lost time for such
Seahawk is still
nonsense.
active at times on the Realms Beyond forums, but Syrian hasn't been active in a long time. The last time I saw Syrian was in testing for um, Soren Johnson's most recent game. The what was it called? What's the title of it? Old World. He was involved in testing that and got to say hi again. But that's about the only time I've seen him recently. But this city's pretty good, by the way. 8 base production, 8 food per turn. This is pretty nice, especially because I'll be able to go to Leve here later on too. All right, Salon done here. Actually, no, it needs the market next. It's going to need the happiness. So yeah, some of the people you see in some of the. Oh, okay, coal. Yes, where are our sources of coal? Well, we have one underneath hole. That's pretty funny. We have one right here, so we're gonna have to convert this windmill into mine at some point. And then where's our third one? We have a third source somewhere. Down here at Wood Point. Oh, okay, this is easy to mine this tile then. Okay, so we'll get that soon enough. And I think What a Gem doesn't have a ton of food, but maybe one mine here just in case we want to run a higher production tile. Sounds good. We're apparently finding a lot of Ramsey's stuff over here. We've almost fully explored the map now. I guess I have to get a caravel in this spot. We should be seeing Ramsey's land or Kublai land his big death fleet soonish. Yeah, there's Ramsey's galleons sailing around now. So definitely has astronomy. I mean, we saw it on the text screen, but still. Okay. Let's chop this. Actually, would a lumber mill be better here? Actually, a lumber mill would not be bad. Actually, let's delay that order. Let's build the lumber mill instead. That's actually not too shabby. All right, so here's the big. It costs 74 gold to do this, and it costs us about 30 gold per turn. I'm gonna finish that hospital because it's almost done, and then we can get Well, now Roquefort is plus 18 food per turn, so this city's gonna grow. Hospital gets it to 27 health. That's pretty nice. And this city can just spam some execs afterwards, because we're going to need those executives. We're going to need some positive gold here, so we can run a little bit higher. Oh, okay, so we need a name for this city. This one here. This is the sheep city way out here in the middle of nowhere, just north of Saint-Pierre and Miquelon. So we need a name for this one. All right, since we didn't get Link Mario Samus's names before, let's take them now. Actually, those are some good ones. Reunion, the Pharaoh's Island. Actually, the Pharaohs is a good name for this one because it has the sheep. But we didn't do Link Mario Samus's name for the last one, so we can use his name for this one. Oh, never mind. So go with Pharaoh. I mean, there are sheep here. It's a bit of a tropical island, but still, yeah. So I don't. It's going to take us a while to get workers there, but someday, this galleon will come back and there will be workers there. All right. Meanwhile, this galleon's going to load up with some uh, rifles, and we'll see if we can go find a barb city to conquer. We'll figure out where this is going. All right. Everything just fortify there. No, not delete. I'm like, can you imagine if I hit the delete key there? Anyway, yeah, we kind of improved. We're just about done improving all this territory, so I think we start bringing some of these workers back to this area here. I also know that I need. Oh, you know what we can do? We need a. We could. You know what we could do? We could send. I was gonna say I could send these workers north on a galleon, but I don't know that I have the slot for it. Okay. Yeah, we gotta work on improving this. This is quite sad, but all right. Base has contributed so much for the Empire. 230 turns of draft unhappiness. It's a lot of units that this city has built. Name the other nearby island reunion. Well, we should have it next turn. All right. Where else do we need to draft? We just did Omelette, Cream Brulee. Did I get these cities recently? Nope. Cape Corn. And that city's got tons of food, so it's a good place to draft. All right. I wish I could do this in 3 turns, but I economically definitely can't. All right, let's check in on Mansa, see how he's doing. We have our bazillion trade route income with him. What is he doing in terms of techs? So he still doesn't have rifling yet, doesn't have astronomy yet. That's kind of surprising. He does have steam power because he can research assembly line like us. Can research steel, so he has chemistry. We're still some techs up. Like we're up. What are we up on him? We're up astronomy. Um, we're up astronomy. We're up biology, medicine. We're up rifling. So we're definitely ahead, if not by a ton. Up about 4 techs on him. He's been keeping pace pretty well. Gee, I wonder who has the rival best GMP. Yeah, it's a mystery. Still have at least one more golden age though yet to go. I mean, look at this. He's not even playing the same game as the other AIs. The thing about Mansa though is if we ever did have to go attack him, I think we could rough him up if we needed to. Again, I'm hoping to stay peaceful, but I think if we had to, we could. We are also pretty significantly bigger than him in terms of size, so am I mining here? Yeah. He just got a profit, but he already has his shrine, I'm pretty sure, so I don't think that does that much for him. Build a shrine for a minority religion, I suppose. Kremlin is still out there, still has not fallen yet, so. All right, here's the first workboat. Oh my God, 16 turns to get there. Well, I mean, we'll get there when it gets there, I guess. And I actually think it is the correct play to whip this granary, just so I can start filling up the food box faster. All right, so this is going to go similarly up in this direction. Well, let's at least send it up here and see what we spot. These like rifles just heading out to sea. All right, you come back here into my core where there's some work that you can do. Like head back in this direction. All right, and then this one we said we're going to do Reunion. All right, we're going to come grab these workers here and then send them east. Wait, why in the world is the go-to order look like that? That's such an odd choice. Why in the world are you moving it through enemy territory? Whatever. That is very odd, but I'll let the AI do its thing. It's like for some reason it wants to do the pathing way up instead of just going straight east for no reason. It wants to go way up to the north and like through enemy territory before going through there. Very strange. Very, very strange. Anyway. Poor Base has been working on this bank for a long time because it's just been getting slapped constantly. All right. For more drafts. Well, this has been the game of drafting, or the sequence, like the streaming session of drafting. Have we gotten up to We're actually up to number 2 in soldiers now, so maybe people won't mess with us. Hopefully. So our break-even beaker rate is like almost, it's like 1750 per turn is like right where we're break even, something like that. Sword Coast, what's going on here? Yeah, it's starting to get unhappy because of all the extra food. We definitely need those extra happiness resources. We need the gold and we need the silver. Also, very unhealthy. It'd be nice when we have factories because then we can assign more engineer specialists. But yeah, we certainly are getting a lot of specialists here. But I mean, our beaker rate does keep going up at a pretty good rate here. Or Sword Coast. Need to get more happiness there. All right, hospital done. So now you can do some executives for me. Because you are, oh my god, why? No. I'm like, just no. Stop. Like, stop, please. Working those spy specialists. I mean, they're not terrible, but there's better yields from other specialists for sure. Maybe we can send one of them right down here to just get the culture coming in at an absurd rate. It's going to be one of the early places I try to send them. Okay, so you guys also, this is another ship on a very long go-to order. Oh, message, oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Just finished Kremlin and launched a golden age. Well, what is this GMP now? High. It's high. That's, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna counter by launching our own golden age. As I said, it's a little disappointing we didn't get that. So he just researched steel. So much for the Kremlin. We will get some fail gold for it. As I said, it's okay. It wasn't at that critical of a wonder for us, but we are going to need more health here. So we'll just cancel that build. We are going to get a great person here too. Good odds for an artist. So we're going to counter with our own golden age. And as I said, you need to head up in this direction with these workers on another very long go-to order. You head in this direction for now. Good thing this is only immortal. If this were deity, I don't think I'd be. If it were deity, I don't think I'd be able to beat Mansa without having to fight him. He'd be too far ahead technologically. All right, we got another worker here. You know, we're gonna have railroad tech pretty soon too. Um, Two of these workers I need to send south. All right, so here's Reunion. I need the accent aigu. Can someone type the accent aigu in chat and then I'll just copy paste it? You know what I'm talking about. All right. So we do have workboats very slowly. Thank you. That's it. You guys got it. I could get it from the character map, but it's easier if any of you in particular have a French keyboard. Makes it easier. All right. So now we've got this spot secured too. More Sid Sushi resources once we can get the workboats over there. We have one very slowly making its way over right here. Going to take a while to get the second one under production, but it's going to take quite a while to get over there. German keyboard has them too. Yeah, different keyboards have different things. Let's just chop this while we're here. Not like there's much else to do in this immediate area. Checking out Ramsey's territory over here. All right. Yeah, we got a lot of units over here, just in case we need them. All right. So as I said, I don't want to draft this below size 6. That's the plan. Okay. So as I said, we're gonna go into our golden age here. I don't think there's any civics on the immediate horizon we want. Let's do caste system for now. I don't think we have too much emancipation on happiness, but by the end of the golden age, we might have to go into emancipation because other AIs are going to start running it. Okay, so if you ever want to control which great people launch the golden age, you can do this. you grab them together and then select this. Now, in this case, I'm guaranteed to get it anyway because I have two scientists and one artist, but this way you can control which great people actually get burned. Because I think we can actually finish assembly line here. Yeah, there we go. Can actually finish assembly line here in one turn. Okay, so we're going to launch that. And I don't think we need nationhood anymore. I really don't think we need this. So I think we can go free speech. I think we can go. Actually, we probably still need slavery for right now, but we can probably go emancipation soonish. And yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So yeah, our beaker rate just went up by a lot. Yeah, just went up by a lot. So take that, Mansa. Ha, take that. I don't know who's number one in production. Is that Mansa? Yeah, okay. Apparently his production, apparently he has really good production. Um, but yeah, so the drafting has finally come to a close. I think we used it pretty well. So let's look at the demos here. I think this is a good place to stop. And then next turn we can start doing the factories. But we were able to close from, I mean, here's our value. Here's rival best. It says we're fourth, but we're really close to being first in military. We're still number one in this production. Mansa's doing something crazy. He's got like a billion mines, and we're number one in GMP. We're about to get assembly line, so he's up steel and I guess theology, but that's kind of irrelevant at this point. Whereas we're up astronomy, we're up biology, we're up medicine because we have the tech behind that. We're up rifling, and we're about to have assembly line. Um, so next up after this, we probably need to grab railroad just because I want the mobility. And if we get another engineer, we'd be able to then do mining Inc. Um, or where do we go? Electricity, radio for, and we might actually need to go Eiffel Tower next because that's pretty important to get us the extra happiness and rock and roll for extra happiness here too. We might need to go this, and Christo would just be amazing. Actually, Christo would be really good. We might need to head there first, but we'll do some combination of that. And we are starting to get into the late game here, so pretty good stuff. We continued settling. We got some more territory. Good stuff. Great place to stop. And the game has stayed peaceful, which I'm quite happy with. We have like 30 cities now. All right, will we be able to get this gold resource up here? Well, we've got a settler very slowly making its way up there, all the way around the coast. So hopefully next time we'll be able to get up there. We're certainly trying our best to make it there. It is very far away from us, but we're doing our best. And we have another galleon over here with a second settler. So between these two settlers, hopefully we'll get something. All right, have a good one, folks. I will try to see you next week. Until then, have a good one. Take care, and see you again soon.